It's just your neighborhood angler, Money Bass, out here about to do this we call Bass for Cash. So as you can see, it is a nice out here today, guys. Got a nice cool breeze coming through. We're gonna do some offshore fishing for just a quick minute. Then we may head in a little shallow and see if we can catch some largemouth for today. But as you guys know, we do this thing called Bass for Cash where I catch the bass. All you have to do is guess the weight of that bass, the exact weight, and you will walk away with a little bit of cash for today. And as you come into the chat, make sure you hit the like button, guys. The likes are what really drives the show. We got to make sure we always keep those likes up. And also, we will be waiting for the sponsor of today's show. Shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations. They are the sponsor of this thing we call Bass for Cash, guys. And once again, it's just that simple. It's real. Bass for Cash is real. All you have to do is guess the weight of the fish as I catch the fish and bring them to the boat, and you can walk away with a nice thing. I think it's up to $40 for today, but we'll see in just a minute. Also, want to give a big shout out to Joshua. He was one of the big time winners. I think he walked away with $150. Then shout out to Hippie Dave. I think Hippie Dave won that last pot for $40. But for the last few days, nobody's been able to win, so it keeps increasing each day. So while I'm talking, let's go ahead and get to fishing, guys, because that's what we're out here for. So we're going to start a little bit offshore. I'm going to throw, let's see, we'll start off throwing some shaky head action for you. Appreciate everybody for tuning in today. There we go. I see Hippie Dave in the chat. I think you won last week. Is that correct, Hippie Dave? Then we have John C. Shout out to the Money Team. Really appreciate it. And throughout the live stream, if you hear me referring to anyone as the Money Team, those are the people that have the badges right next to their name. So all I'm doing right now is getting set up, guys. But the members of the Money Team, those are the members of the channel. If you want to support the show and become a member of the channel, just click the join button down below, and it'll give you a little bit of information for anybody who has questions about that. All right, let me see. I see Buckets tuning back in. Daniel already shouting out SWAT. All right, Bucket says, I need me $40 right now. All right, Hippie Dave said he won 2 weeks ago. Okay, all right. So time flies when you're having fun. I thought that was just last week. But did somebody win last week? I think somebody won last week too. I think that's why the pot started back over. All right, so yeah, so we're gonna start off with a little bit of shaky head action. We're gonna take it slow today and just have a little bit of fun with it today, guys. Once we get a few more people in the chat, I guess we can get some conversation started. Let's see. I'll tell you guys about the tournament that I had this past weekend. It was a lot of fun. So I know a lot of you ended up watching that. John C says, dip it. Oh, yeah, I had to put some stank on it. For anybody who knows, that's what I call putting stank on it whenever I put a little bit of I think that was smelly jelly. Oh, my goodness. Already, we have a sponsor of today's program. Daniel has stepped up and hit me with the $5 super chat. Or is that a super sticker? Looks like a super sticker. All right, really appreciate that. And what I say each time we are out here doing these live streams, whether it's in the studio or we are live on the water, whoever gives the largest super chat, super sticker, or show of support for the channel, they are the sponsor of that live stream. So right now, I want to give a big shout out to Daniel. He just hit me with the $5 super sticker. Really, really appreciate that, sir. All right, so you know what that means. I have to get a fish to the boat, but we just started, guys. We are just getting started. So we're going to have some fun with it. Make sure, as I said, as you come into the chat, you guys are hitting that like button. If you want to participate in Bass for Cash, it is free. You do not have to pay anything. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button. The subscribers and the members of the channel, those are the people that I refer to as a Money Team. Those are the people that can get in here and win that Bass for Cash. Like I said, there's no cost to it, and it is real. You can just ask the people in the chat that have been playing for a while. All we do is get out here and have some fun conversation, laugh a little bit, joke around a little bit, catch a few fish. For any of you that have not seen spotted bass before, I'll be showing you a few spotted bass. And today, like I said, we may go after a few largemouth. And I had to put in at a different area of the lake today. So we're going to kind of cruise around and see what we can see what we can find. And I was told that there's oh my goodness, I see some nice looking fish right out here. So let me back up off of those fish because we may get this started a little early. So we're just getting started for anybody that is just tuning in. We're getting set up right now, just waiting for people to me see. Where did those fish go? Where did they go? They're out here roaming around, guys. And as you know, I like you getting those top water bites. I don't know if we'll get a top water bite today, guys. If you take a look around, I showed you guys how it looks out here. But if you take a look around, we have some nice bluebird skies. It's a nice sunny day. And a lot of times for me, when the sun is up like this, it makes that top water bite a little harder to get to. But it's always fun because it allows you, the viewers, to see those fish actually come up and jump out of the water hitting these baits. So that's one of the things that I really like about the top water bite out here on this lake. All right, so yeah, everybody shout out Daniel. Daniel is the current sponsor of today's live stream with the $5 super sticker. Really, really appreciate that, Daniel. So yeah, if you could, I always like to give credit where credit is due. Somebody is supporting the channel like that. Please make sure you shout out Daniel in the chat. We have Big Dog checking in. He says, double tap that screen. That's right. We have about 25 people in here. We're just getting started, though. But we only have about 12 likes. Make sure you guys double tap that screen. So the burning season says, who won the tourney? The burning season already wants to get straight into it. So yeah, we're going to talk about that in just a few minutes. I'm just trying to give people a little bit of time because we just went live. So I'm trying to give people a little bit of time to, check their notification, make sure they tune into the chat. And then we're going to get this party started, guys. So, yeah, we'll talk about that in just a minute, burning season. But you know who won. You already know who won. We have Beards and Bass. Is you getting on them today? We're going to see. I just got out here. So we're going to cruise around a little bit. Of course, you guys know I always like hunting for that top water bite. But let's take a look around. Look at the sun. The sun is out blazing right now. I mean, it's not really hot today. But generally for me, whenever I come out, yesterday would have been a perfect day, but I was kind of tired, guys. So I missed out on yesterday. I think it rained a little bit, so I didn't come out here yesterday. So we're going to see if we can make up for that today. So hopefully we'll get 2 or 3 fish to the boat pretty quick so you guys can start this thing we call Bass for Cash, where all you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel, either that or be a member of the Money Team. And you guys have the chance to win a smooth, I think it's $40, but we're waiting for the sponsor of Bass for Cash to come into the chat to give us the details on what is going to be the payout for today, guys. All right, so let's see. Just hopping in the chat real quick. What's going on, Terry C? Terry C, I believe you became a subscriber during the Battle of the Anglers. Is that correct? Terry C, did you become a member of the channel during the Battle of the Anglers this past weekend on Saturday? All right, shout out to DL Peck Fishing, says, what's good, Money and the gang? Back at it. Oh, yeah, back at it again. John C says they're called spotted bass because he spotted them on the live scope. Oh, yeah, I'm down here looking on the scopes. I'm looking on the live scope, trying to see what I can spot out there. I'll show you guys that, too. Right now, I have the settings kind of maxed out, so you'll see a little bit of interference on the screen, because I want to make sure I'm not missing out on anything. All right, let's see. The Sunman Receipt says, jump in the water head first. I already did that. I already did it. You missed it. You missed it. You got to catch the beginning of the show. All right, we have Kimsey says, let's turn this into P. Diddy. Oh, my goodness, Kimsey. I do not know what's going on with that. The burning season says, rumors are the Chicken Hawk won. No, but the Chicken Hawk did come in, I believe it was 4th place. Can you believe that? And he wasn't even on the lake. Terry C says, fishing and sandwich eating. Money is the champ. Oh, Terry C was there. Terry C was there and says, indeed. All right, we have Ethan checking in, but Terry C, shout out to Terry C. All right, if you could, put Terry C in the chat. I always want to give a warm welcome to any new members of the channel. So as you hear me referring to the members of the Money Team, that is who they are, the members of the channel. Now, Terry C became a member of the channel during the Battle of the Anglers. I was a little preoccupied, so I thought I saw it flash on the screen just a quick second. But yeah, so shout out to Terry C, the newest member of the Money Team. We have Pat Prince says, fishing, the best thing you can do to wear tours off. All right. DL Peck Fishing. All right. Big Dog says, catch a biggin. All right. We're going to see what we can get out here and do. But yeah, like I said, especially the Money Team members, the members of the channel, make sure you guys shout out Terry C. That is the newest member of the Money Team. Really appreciate the strong support of the channel. We have TD Outdoors checking in and Big Dog. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. See if we can find a few fish to get to the boat, and then we'll go over the details of this thing we call the guessing game. Oh, but once again, we're waiting for the the sponsor of the program to tune in. It may take a minute or two. Everybody doesn't get the notifications right away. So we'll see. We'll see, guys. So did anybody else fish any tournaments this past weekend? Or just go fishing in general this weekend? How did you do out there on the lake? All right, right now we're still just scouting around looking for some fish. We have Steve Wimpy checking in. There we go. Everybody put SWAT in the chat. Shout out to Steve Wimpy. He is the sponsor of this thing we call Bass for Cash. Shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations. If anybody is in the need for any outdoor work, lawn work, I think they do, well, service with all the trimmings is basically what that stands for. So if you need any exterior outdoor work, make sure you hit up SWAT Lawn Operations. All right, so Steve Wimpy, what is the payout for today? The people have been waiting on you. They were like, what's going on with SWAT today? What's the payout? TD Outdoor says, you're going to fish the Skeeter tourney next week. I'll be there. I probably won't be fishing that. I've fished it before. All right, let's see. Wicked Weasel said, my feelings are hurt. Oh, goodness, Wicked Weasel, why your feelings hurt? What happened? TD Outdoor says, okay, the bass hunter. Oh, yeah, I watched the video. Got beat by 1 ounce. Oh, man, you walked away with a nice payday. You still had a nice little paycheck. I saw that cash in your hand. All right, John C. says, change my profile pic, and it turned back to a blue circle. Okay. All right, Big Dog says, let me see. Fished no tourney had a 14.5 pound striper. Oh, man. All right, Steve Wimpy says $40 is the payout for today. All right, so there we go. So you guys see it. So that's what you guys are guessing for. So let me go ahead and get things started. And if you could, click that share button and send this link out to some more people that you know are interested in fishing in this type of content. And it's not necessarily just fishing, guys, because we get on here, we talk about different topics and things like that. So we have some fun out here on the lake. And if you're in the office, you know, maybe it'll be nice for you to take a look around and see this nice scenery. You know, kind of get your head clear a little bit. All right, Bucket says, is the payout the same for everyone? Oh, I remember the Money Team has this separate thing going on. So yeah, I forgot about that. All right, Buckets reminded me of that. All right, so I can go into the details of that in just a second. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right, so we are back, guys. Man, I would love to get this top water bite for you guys, but I don't know if it's going to happen today. But you know, I always try it anyway. So we're trying out a different area of the lake. Because the ramp that I normally put in is closed right now. All right, let's see. Who do we have back in the chat? All right, Ethan says, what's your PB? So my personal best spotted bass is 5 pounds, 11 ounces. My personal best largemouth is 8.57 pounds, and that was caught on Lake Chickamauga. My personal best spotted bass was caught on this lake that I'm on right now, down here in Lake Lanier, Georgia. All right, Ken Big Fishing says, how's the fishing? We're about to find out. I just got out here maybe about, what, 15 minutes ago or so, guys. So we shall see. Shout out to Buckets. So it looks like we have Big Dog and Big Dog. We have battle of the big dogs in the place right now. So we're gonna see who is the real big dog. I guess that'll be determined by whoever guesses the weight. All right, so remember the members of the money team, you guys are guessing for $40 today. Everyone else, if you are a subscriber to the channel, you can win a nice, cool $20 bill. The members of the money team, you know, membership does have its perks. The members of the money team, you guys get 2 guesses per fish. And you also have a chance to win $40. If you are a member of the channel, you get 1 guess per fish. And you have a chance to win a nice $20 bill. So big shout out to the members of the money team. Big Dog says, guessing the weight of the next catch. That is correct. So we do this thing we call Bass for Cash, where I catch the bass. As I catch the fish, I'll show the fish to you guys. I'll put it on a measuring board, let you see the length, the width, the girth, all of that good stuff to give you an idea of how big the fish is. And from there, it is up to you to guess the exact weight of the fish. If you are a subscriber to the channel and you guess the exact weight, then you will win a nice $20 bill. All of the rules for engagement are in the description, guys. So make sure you read those rules. The members of the money team, you guys can win a nice $40 bill. Big Dog says, money got to catch one first. That is correct. So Bucket says, this upcoming spring, I'm going to have a chance to fish this really nice private lake. I only get to fish a few times a year. There's some big ones in there. So what's the biggest one that you have caught so far? What is the biggest one you've caught so far? All right, guys. We're just scouting around, seeing what we can find, see if we can get something early in the show. So today, let's see, it's coming up on 12 o'clock. So we got a late start today. And the reason the start was so late today is because the ramp that I normally put in at was closed. So I had to drive around, find another location. But I think we'll still stay out here for, we'll stay out here for about, let's say, an hour and a half. We'll stay out here till about 1:30, guys. So we have about an hour and a half to 2 hours left to go. So we'll see if we can get a few fish to the boat so you guys can do this thing we call the guessing. All right, let's see. Ken says, it rained last night, had an inch of ice in my canoe. Oh, that's not good. The ice is not a good thing, especially in a canoe. All right, so I'm just going to scout around this area just a little bit, and then we'll probably head out to another location. Want to give a big shout out. Really appreciate everyone for tuning in. All right, Ken Big Fishing says, I subbed and made a comment. Really, really appreciate that. DL Peck says 1.5 hours. We'll see. We'll see about that. We've heard that before. DL Peck doesn't think I could just stay out here and just fish for just an hour and a half. But hopefully we'll get a few fish to the boat pretty quick today. Terry C says, are you a bass professional? Make a living fishing. What is the definition of a bass professional, guys? In the chat, let's see if we can answer this question. Well, actually, though you guys have been following the channel long enough, in the chat, am I a bass professional? Am I a bass professional? All right, the burning season says, Money, you should check out the ABA Pro League and top 150 next year. ABA, what is that? Is that the Alabama Bass? What is ABA? I can't remember what that stands for. Jonas says, I love fishing. Well, I love it too. It's fun. So I saw a school of Roman fish just a minute ago, but I haven't been able to find them since. So we may need to pack up and go ahead and roll out to another location. Big Dog says, fishing as a professional. Professional. Fishing as a profession. Professional. All right, Bass for him is American Bass Association. All right. Yeah, you know, I used to fish a lot of tournaments and stuff like that, guys, but lately I've been having a little more fun just fishing little small things with friends and doing stuff with subscribers and stuff like that. So that seems like it's been more fun for me. So we'll see. Uh-oh, guys. Looks like your partner Money Bass just got the hook up. I got the tappy tap, and it's a good one. It's a good one. Do you see it? Oh, my. All right, here we go. We're going to see if we can flip this one for you guys. Is it going to be a Bass for Cash qualifying fish? I don't think so, because you know what they have to be? They have to be 14 inches. They have to be 14 inches for you guys to guess in order to win those funds. But what we'll do is, even if this one is not a 14-inch fish, which it is not, but there we go. For anybody who does not know what a spotted bass, how a spotted bass looks, there you go. It's looking at you. Check out the eyes. It's like, hello, chat. What's going on, chat? All right, let's go ahead and put this one on the measuring board for you guys. So what we'll do is a quick walkthrough. So in order for them to be an official Bass for Cash qualifying fish, it has to be 14 inches or better. And the likes have to be up. So we're at 36 likes. 36 people in the chat right now. So let's get the likes up to 35 likes. Okay, we're increasing a little bit. Let's go ahead and put this one on the boards. All right, so what I'll do is go ahead and walk through as if this is a qualifying fish. So in order for it to be a qualifying fish, again, it has to be 14 inches. So that's the first thing we're going to take a look at. All right. So is it 14 inches? Oh, my goodness, it's close. Oh, man, guys, look at that. It was so close to 14 inches. So if the fish hits 14 inches, which is that line right there, the next thing you guys do is start dropping your guesses in the chat once the scales are open. So we're going to do a test run right now. So shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations. Are you in the chat? SWAT Lawn, are you in the chat? We have a fish that we're going to do a kind of a demo run, if we want to call it that. So there we go. You guys saw the length of it is just under 14 inches. And then as soon as you see scales open in the chat, SWAT Lawn Operations, calling the sponsor of the program. Are you in the chat? We just need you to drop a quick scales open in the chat. DL Peck said the bendation is real. This one had this one had a little bendability. I wouldn't call this one bendation. This one has some bendability going on. All right, DL Peck, can you type scales open in the chat for me? Scales open. Put scales open in the chat. And then I'll have you close out the scales. Put scales open and then give it. There we go. Scales are officially open, guys. So what do you think the official weight of this fish is? Now, this is a demo run. Now, if you are a member of the channel, you will get two. Okay, there we go. Scales are officially opened. All right. So Hippie Dave, go ahead and put your guess in there again after the official. All right. So now we go. So now what you have to do is guess the exact weight. If you are a member of the Money Team, go ahead and put your 2 guesses in there. If you are a subscriber of the channel, then you have a chance to win a nice $20 bill, all right? All right, and I don't want to leave this fish out of the water too long, so let's go ahead and get this scale ready. All right, give us a quick countdown. And Mr. Sponsor, if you could, go ahead and let's close the scales out on this one. I want to get this fish back into the water. And it's just that quick and simple, guys. All you have to do is guess the weight of this fish. I already have the scales zeroed out. As soon as I see scales closed, I will give you guys my guess. All right, you guys taking a look. As soon as I see scales closed, I will give you guys my guess, and then I will put it on the scale. On the scale, so that way you guys can guess the weight. All right. Scales are officially closed. All right, so my guess on this fish is going to be, I would say 1.10. 1.10 is going to be my guess on this one. All right, so you guys saw the scales were zeroed out. Let's go ahead and put it on there. And here we go. Drum roll, please. Oh, my goodness. Your partner, Money Bass. I'm good. I'm good. I was so close. I was 0.03 off. There we go. Now the sponsor of the program goes back through those weights that were entered before scales open and scales closed. And then they will announce the official winner. Now, this was just a test run because this fish would need to be it would need to be 14 inches or better. So now let's go ahead and release this fish. Now go back and tell your friends that you hung out with your partner, Money Bass. Oh, my goodness. All right, so there we go. Just that quick and easy, guys. And then we just wait. The sponsor of the program is going through tallying up all of the weight, and they will announce who would have been the winner if that was an official Bass for Cash fish. But again, remember that fish that I bring to the boat has to be at least 14 inches in order for... All right, Bucket says, I don't think you one got it. Hippie Dave, he's close. He was like, hey, I was only 0.5 off. You know, Hippie Dave is one of the official winners. So Hippie Dave, you got to keep an eye on him. Hippie Dave is here to take some money. Uh-oh, guys, I forget to hit the spot lock. So I drifted way off of the spot. All right, so we got one from there. Let me ease back on over here and see if maybe we can get another one. All right, Steve Wimpy says no official winners. So what that means is no one guessed the exact weight of that fish. So no one would have won those funds. How about that? Wicked Weasel says, oh, happy B-Day, Dixie. So sweet. You must love her dearly. All right, so I guess it's somebody's birthday. Shout out to the birthday. All right. Who was that? Reptile says, happy birthday to Grandma. Grandma Dixie. All right. Big shout out to Grandma Dixie. There He Go Fishing is calling me out. Now, I think There He Go Fishing might be out on the lake, too. It might be headed up towards where I'm at. Shout out to Small Water Charters. Says, we've been wrecking the bass down here. Okay. Man, so you guys are catching them good. We'll see how the day goes. So we got one to the boat so far, just in case anybody has been wondering. In case anybody is just tuning in. Wicked Weasel said he's not trolling for fish today. No, sir. No, sir. Not trolling for fish today. All right. Can we get a few more likes in the chat? So we are at 29 likes. The channel lives and thrives off of those likes. It really does help the channel out. It helps push us out into the YouTube algorithm a little bit better. Let's get out here and see if we can get another one. Timothy says, I'm jealous. Couldn't make it out on Lanier today. Oh, yeah, I'm out here. I'm out here for you. How about that? All right, we have Chasing a Bass says, wait, how much did it weigh? How much did it weigh in the chat? Does anybody remember the weight of the fish that we just weighed? What was the official weight? All right, let's see if we can get another one to the boat, guys. That's right, Buckets and Chappie. Shout out to Chappie, member of the Money Team. Really appreciate you. Chappie is a member of the Money Team, a member of the channel. And if you guys may have seen, the members of the Money Team are putting in 2 guesses. Membership does have its privileges. And I do need to, let's see, today is actually Tuesday. So maybe tonight I'll do that members only live stream that I keep talking about, guys. It's always something going on. But maybe I can get to that members only live stream and we can go over some of the, recap some of the details. Would you look at that? There's somebody that is actually out here on the fishing, out here on the lake fishing, and they're actually watching the live stream at the same time. Oh my goodness, that's funny. I believe that is There He Go Fishing right there that just passed by me, guys. All right, so we're gonna see if we can get another one out here to the boat. Is he coming back? I think he's coming back. He's out here bending corners in that boat. Yep, that is him. Rolling in that Nitro Z8. All right, I'm going to get him to come over here. What I'll do, guys, we're going to have a challenge. I'm going to get him to come over here and fish the same area that I'm fishing, the same spot, and let's see who can catch a fish first. What do you guys think about that? Should we do a challenge? Put yes in the chat if I should tell him to come over here and fish the same thing I'm fishing. Let's see who can catch a fish first over here. All right, we have small water charters, and Joseph says yes. DL Peck says, of course. Let's see. Oh, I thought I had another bite, guys. All right, let's see if he's down for the challenge. What's going on, man? What you doing out here in these parts? How long you go? You got about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes? All right, well, look, come and post up over here, and let's see if one of us can catch a fish out here first. All right? Huh? It don't matter. You can cast at the same spot. I just want to see which one of us can catch a fish first. You can move around or whatever. Let's see. All right, so there we go. So shout out to, what's your name on YouTube? There He Go Fishing. So make sure you guys go to his channel and subscribe. It's There He Go Fishing on YouTube, right? All right, drop a message in the chat too. I saw you in here just a minute ago. So drop a message in the chat, and that way they can just click on it and go to your channel and subscribe. All right, guys, so here we go. So There He Go Fishing. We're going to see which one of us can catch a fish out here first. So you have Humminbird Mega Live, right? All right, so he's running live imaging too, guys. So he should be able to see the same stuff I'm seeing out here. So we're going to see. All right, so what are you starting off with? What are you throwing? Oh, so, guys, he's going to try to hit him in the head with a fluke. Now, I'm throwing a shaky head, so I'm going to be moving a little bit slower. Now, I was looking for a top water bite a minute ago, but I wasn't able. I saw some roaming fish, so he may find them. But we'll see. We're going to see who can find these fish first. But we're just out here fishing a hump, guys. So there he is right over here next to me. He's a casting distance away. So we're going to be out here fishing the same thing, fishing for the same fish, and let's see who can catch one first. Oh, we both found the same thing. We both just made the cast to the exact same spot. So we're gonna see who can catch a fish first. So he's hitting him with the fluke. He's gonna try to pull the fish away from me. So we're gonna see, guys. All right, so there he goes. He's over there throwing the fluke, guys. Just casting right out here to the same area that I just cast it to. All right, Bass for him says, big fish remaining of your time. What are you guys talking about in the chat? Let me see. We have McCurry checking in, says, how's it going? It's going pretty good out here. We have a nice, pretty day out here on Lake Lanier. Just trying to see if we can catch a bass or two, get it to the boat, and do this thing we call bass for cash. We have There He Go Fishing. And there he go right there, riding in that Nitro Z8. He's throwing a fluke right now. I'm on the bottom with a shaky head. And we're just seeing who can catch a fish from this location first. So there's some fish roaming around. I saw a few on the bottom. So we're going to see who can make it happen. We have Product Supply says, do you catch and cook? Nope, I don't catch and cook. I shop and cook. I get the fish I eat from Publix. I used to catch and cook a lot. Before I started tournament fishing, I didn't realize that people really did anything other than that. Because I grew up, if it bit the hook, our saying was if it was big enough to bite the hook, then it was big enough to get eaten. So that was our saying back in the day when I was growing up. What's going on, Chauncey? Chauncey says he's checking in from Piedmont. All right. I think There You Go Fishing is over there following a school of fish. He may have found those fish that I was trying to catch. Look at him. He's out there laughing because he found them. Let's see. if he's on a school of them, he might get me, guys. He might get one to the boat before me. So we'll see. We'll see. What's going on? We have DC checking in. And if everybody could, in the chat, drop what state, city, country are you from? Where are you tuning in from? DC says, catch anything yet? We got one to the boat, but it did not qualify for Bass for Cash. But we did a little test run on it. It was 1.07 pounds, and nobody guessed the exact weight. Chauncey Davis says, I really enjoyed Battle of the Anglers. When is the next battle? So the next battle, the lake that it will probably take place on is Lake Oconee. We're still in the works of trying to get Logan Martin set up, guys. But who tuned in for Battle of the Anglers this past Saturday? Put battle in the chat if you watched Battle of the Anglers. Matt says, how's the fishing today? Wanted to head out to Ball Ridge, but the back is acting up. Oh yeah, you got to get the back right first. Don't want to get out there with some back problems. So the fishing, I mean, I've been out here for about 30 minutes. Haven't really been out here long. And as you know, do more talking than fishing. All right, shout out to DL Peck. He put the link for There He Go Fishing. So make sure you guys click that link and subscribe to that channel. All right, Bucket, shout out to Kentucky. We have Nebraska checking in. California. Missouri. All right, Bass for him was watching. Chauncey was watching. Chappie says battle at least part of it. All right. Buckets was watching. Cam was watching. So if anybody doesn't know what they're referring to, we do live tournaments where you actually see all of us on the screen. And if you could, DL Peck or somebody, drop the link to that last Battle of the Anglers in the chat. So if people want to click on it, then they can go back and watch it later. But basically, we had 7 anglers plus one that was fishing from home that actually finished in 4th place from home because he was given a handicap on his weight, and he still actually beat some of the people that were on the lake. It was pretty funny, guys. McCurry says, congrats, Ricky Bobby. We have Augusta, Georgia. What's going on, Ellis? Mike Gray says battle, although it wasn't much of a battle. Chauncey said, how's Chicken Hawk doing? Chicken Hawk is making it. He's still making it. He's still out there kicking and still talking trash. All right, there he go fishing. He's still looking. Do you see what he's doing? He's still out there hitting them with the... You still throwing a fluke? Uh-oh, you on the bottom? Uh-oh, all right. So he's on the bottom too, guys. He couldn't get those fish to come up. I kind of figured it would be a little harder to get them to come up and hit on top today because of the sun is out. Yesterday was a real overcast day. So from what I heard, people were biting. I mean, the fish were biting real good. Shout out to Terry C, said battle. Of course, I remember Terry C being there. That is where Terry C became a member of the Money Team, the newest member of the Money Team. So big shout out to Terry C. Matt Siegel says, how do I get involved in the battle? Send me a message on Instagram at official MoneyBass. And, you know, I can give you a little bit of details. My contact information is in the description, along with the rules of engagement for Bass for Cash. So if anybody is wondering what Bass for Cash is or if it is real, it is. It's a real thing. You can win some cash. All you have to do is guess the weight of the bass. But I have to get one to the boat first that qualifies. It has to be 14 inches or better. Shout out to Big Ivy. Big Ivy said, Money, what's going on, my bro? I need to be in the A with you. Oh yeah, it's a little fun out here. We have Vermont veteran checking in. McCurry says, you need to throw a Texas rig with a red worm. All right, he's moving around on me, guys. He's over there moving around. Can you see him? He has a game plan. He has a game plan, but I think my game plan is going to be better. So let's sneak around over here and look around, see what we can find. See what we can see. All right, yeah, so do we have anyone tuning in from any other countries? What country are you guys from? Because we've had people in here from Indonesia. Uh-oh, you had one? Uh-oh, he's trying to get me, guys. He said he had one on. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, I got to speed up a little bit. So he almost had one, guys. So you know what that means? That means I have to get to work. I have to get to work, guys. Ella says, come to Clark's Hill and battle us tackle solo in treble hook. Shout out to Mike Gray. Mike Gray was watching the Battle of the Anglers. He's saying, what is the script? What is today's script? So did you like that, Mike? Did you like me following the script on Battle of the Anglers? Chicken Hawk was like, hey, do not put me in that. I don't want to be a part of this setup that you're talking about. We have DeQuante checking in. We're doing this thing called Battle of the Anglers. Battle of the Anglers. We're doing Bass for Cash today. Basically, all I do is catch the bass. It has to be 14 inches or better. You guess the exact weight, and you win the cash. So right now, I'm having a challenge. There he go fishing over there. There he go fishing, is trying to beat me to the next fish. We're trying to see who can catch a fish first. He was riding by, and I was like, hey, buddy, come on over here. Pull up. Pull up, and let's see if you can get one to the boat before I do. So that's what we're doing right now, guys. He said he just had one on, but it came off. So that was a shoot and miss, a swing and a miss. So it doesn't count. Big Ivy says, money, you did them so, let me see, you did them so cool that they would not show up anymore. Big Dog says, I need to see the bendation. Oh, yeah, we're going to make it happen. We're going to make it happen. We have some time. We have some time. So we're going to fish this just a little bit longer. Let's see. We have 12:17. All right, DL Pick, give us 13 minutes. All right, there he go fishing. We got 13 minutes on the clock. We got 13 minutes. We're going to see if somebody can catch one in the next 13 minutes, and then I'm going to roll out. And then, was that you? What are you throwing that made it way out there? Good. Oh, okay. Goodness gracious. I thought that was a fish. You have a straight braid on there? What size braid is it? That's 18-pound braid. You can still cast it that far? Man, okay. I might have to get me some of that because I just got some 8-pound braid. I'm going to tie that to a 6-pound leader. Is your partner Money Bass hooked up? Oh my goodness, do you see that right there? Now that is what we call bendation. Your boy is good. And it's a fighter. It is a fighter. Oh my goodness, let's see what there he go fishing is over there talking about. There he go fishing. What he had to say to the people. Oh my goodness. It's not coming up either, guys. What is this? It's a biggin. I'll tell you what it is. It's a biggin. What is it? There he go fishing. He said it's a catfish. And you know something? He might be right, because this is a biggin. Oh my goodness. Is it a catfish? I can see it down there. It is not a catfish, people. It is not a catfish. Can you see that? He said the only thing that can make that happen is a catfish. Nothing else can bend a rod like that. Maximum bendation. The bendation is real. Oh my goodness. And I got him in the boat. Just like that. That's how we do this thing we call bass for cash out here. The bendation is real. Somebody put bendation in the chat. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. It tried to get me. It tried to get revenge. Do you see what that? Oh my goodness. Do you see it? Can you see it from over there? Let's go ahead and get there. He go fishing in the shot too. There we go. Look at that. We got there he go fishing in the background, and you got right here in the front a biggin. It's a biggin. So we're gonna do this thing we call bass for cash, guys. I'm gonna put this fish on this measuring board, and I can tell you right now, it is well over 15 inches. You know why? Because it's a biggin. That's why. Look at that right there. There's the 15-inch mark right here. The fish goes well past that. What's in that mouthpiece? For anybody who does not know, spotted bass have a little patch on their tongue, kind of like a piece of sandpaper. But there you go. Look at those nice, lovely colors. We're going to put this fish in the live well for just a minute. And what we are going to do is get the likes up. Somebody may be walking away with $40 cash. Now, I don't think they're going to let there he go fish and participate because he can actually see the fish. Oh, goodness. There he go fishing. He can't participate in the $20 bill. All right, so if you are a subscriber to the channel, you can win a $20 bill sent straight to your pockets by the sponsor of today's program, the sponsor of Bass for Cash, which is SWAT Lawn Operations. I see you guys already putting the guesses in the chat. Let's hop back down in here and see. So I may stay here just a little bit longer. Let's see, guys. All right, let's see. What are you guys talking about in the chat? I see everybody putting bendation in the chat. Oh, yeah. The bendation is real. Do I have my spot lock on or am I drifting? Oh, your partner's drifting bad. I drifted over here to where you are. Were you on spot lock? Oh, okay. Yeah, I was drifting. I don't even know where I was at now. I think I was back up this way. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that was a good. I thought it was a catfish, too. When you said that, I was like, man, that thing is not coming up. All right, so let's see. In the chat, what are you guys talking about? Let's see. All right, DL Peck, he put, what was it, 13 minutes on the clock. You guys know I like those time limits. I like the pressure. It feels good. I feel at home. I feel at home when the pressure is on me. All right, Big Dog says, boom shakalaka. Chauncey said, boom. DeQuante said, fish on. Let's see. Who is that, Latan? Am I pronouncing that right? Getting a sub for that. Okay, really appreciate that. Yeah, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. We're about to do this thing we call Bass for Cash. Now, if you are a subscriber to the channel, you get one guess. If you guess the exact weight of that fish once we weigh it, you can win a nice $20 bill. Shout out to the Money Team. Those are the members of the channel. If you guys guess that weight, you win a nice $40 bill. If anybody is interested in becoming a member of the channel, all you have to do is click that $ and click the membership link. And it will tell you some of the perks that come along with being a member of the channel. All right, so we're gonna get out here again. How much more time do we have left, DL Peck, on that 13 minutes? Let's see if I can get another one to the boat within those 13 minutes. Let's see if I can make it happen, Captain. How many more minutes do we still have on the clock? All right, Ella said a big spot. Bucket says, I left for 1 second. Oh yeah, 1 second is all it takes for your partner Money Bass to pop him in the mouthpiece. I am number one said, oh yeah, it's a bass. That is right. We have Stephen Curry. McCurry says 4 pounds, 6 ounces. Okay, you think it's a biggin. It is a biggin. It's a nice one. Eric Gamble said, that's a largie. Oh no, sir. That's a spotted bass. That's a biggin. That's a big spotted bass. All right, DL Peck says, just needed to set a timer and bendation occurs. That's right, the bendation is real. All right, everybody's shouting out bendation. Chauncey, Eric. Latan said 3.5. So what we have to do, now we need to get the likes up. If you have already hit the like button, type the word like in the chat. Because I think we need to get up to 60 likes, guys. We're at 49 likes. And when I know people are coming in and out of the chat, once we get the fish to the boat and people start seeing there's a chance for them to win this cash, they're going to start coming into the chat. So you guys want to get those likes up pretty quick. If you have not hit the like button, hit the like button. Once we hit 60 likes, I'm going to show you guys the fish one more time. And then the scales will be open and you guys can start guessing. All right, Bucket says, so you might have won. All right, Eric Gamble's putting his weight in there. JD Large says, oh, snap. I just turned in to hear it's a biggin. And just like that, I'm smiling. All right, JD, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And then once the scales are open, if you guess the weight of that fish, you may walk away with a $20 bill. This is what we call Bass for Cash, guys. All right, DL Peck says, there he go fishing said, why did I come over here again? Uh-oh, they talking about you. They said, there you go, said, now why did I come over here again? All right, Hippie Dave said, hit the like button. That's right, make sure you guys hit the like button. I'm just going through here trying to get caught up in the chat. DL Peck said we have 12 minutes left. How many minutes do we have left, DL Peck? Or did I catch it with 12 minutes left? Is that what happened? We put how many minutes on the clock and then I caught it within that amount of time? All right, appreciate everybody for hitting that like button. We are at 54 likes. Now, once we get 60 likes, we're going to see if somebody's going to walk away with a $40 bill. All the members of the Money Team, put Money Team in the chat. Those are the people that are members of the channel, are the members of the Money Team. Membership does have its privileges. They have access to members-only content. They also have access to whenever I do members-only live streams also, guys. So I always try to provide value to you guys whenever I'm out on the lake. Right now, what I caught that fish with, check it out. It's that Ducket Black Ice, guys. This is my Thor's hammer right here. You guys always see me hitting them in the mouthpiece with this right here. It's a 7.2 medium. I don't know if you can see it, but this is 7.2 medium. And I use a lose. This is not an expensive reel at all. I think right now you can get them on sale. The link is in the description. Make sure you guys click on the link in the description. It'll say discount products. Click on that link. And this is a Lose Mach 2 reel. I just purchased one last night, and I'm going to get another one today because I needed to get two actually. All right, and on this I'm throwing, I believe this is 15. Oh my goodness, guys. Your partner MoneyBass was talking too much and just missed his fish. I missed it because I was talking. But did you see the hook set? Type hook set in there if you saw me set the hook. If you saw the attempted hook set. Put set the hook in the chat if you guys heard it. Did you hear it? All right. Appreciate everybody for shouting out the Money Team. We have Catch 'em King says, what's good, my guy? Y'all had me dying last Saturday. Oh, yeah, the Battle of the Anglers was real. It was a good time. It was a good time. For anybody who watched the, Chappie says no description in the video. Let me keep an eye on my rod. Hold on just a second, guys. I'm falling. I thought I'd already put the description in there. Hold on just a second. That's important. Just bear with me, guys. We have to get the description in there so the people will know what to do. Oh, man. All right, I messed that up. Let me get back in here. All right, so just bear with me, guys. We'll get another fish to the boat. Hopefully you guys are getting the likes up, because once we hit 60 likes, then we're going to see if somebody's going to win a $40 bill. Bass for Cash. What's good, everybody? It's just... All right, does anybody like that intro? All right, so here we go. It is also hat and hoodie season. So if anybody is interested in supporting the channel, take a look at the merch that we have. Have the MoneyBass hats and hoodies that are out there ready for you guys. All right, so here we go. I think I got it now, guys. It is. All right, so all I'm doing is just putting the description in here real quick, because I know you guys were wanting some of those discount links and things like that. And I always try to provide value for you guys on these live streams and when we do the in studio. All right, so who was that said there was no description? Who said that for me? All right, so Chappie, check that description again now. Just refresh your screen and let me know if you see that in there, and let me know if you see the link. It should say discount links, and that should be in the chat for you guys. Everybody says, where's SWAT at? There we go. SWAT Lawn Services is right there. SWAT Lawn Services is in the house. All right, there we go. Shout out to Chap. He said it's there now. All right, so now you guys make sure you take a look in the description. Any of these products that you see me using, click that link that says discount products. All right, there he go fishing. He's on the move. Look at him. He has that trolling motor high. He's kicking up wake. Shout out to Clint Perry. Clint Perry says, if that fish is over 2.85 pounds, I will donate another 5. Oh, my goodness, guys. I think I'm going to get another 5. How about that? How about that? All right, I think I'm going to get another 5, and that could be a hint. But you guys know sometimes my hints aren't always on point. So you have to use my tips at your own risk. How many likes are we at, guys? How many likes is it? Oh, my goodness. I think I see what I wanted to see. I think I see a little something, guys. How many likes do we have right now? Chappie says we have 61. RK says bass. Yes, sir. We're about to do this thing we call Bass for Cash. Now, if you have subscribed to the channel, all you have to do is just double tap the screen. subscribers will get one guess on the weight of this fish. And if you guess the exact weight, you will win a $20 bill. Now, the members of the Money Team really appreciate the strong support of the channel. You guys will have 2 guesses and a chance at a $40 bill. All right. Membership does have its privileges, guys. Really appreciate that. They also have access to members-only content and members-only live stream. So if anybody's considering becoming a member of the channel, make sure you click that. I think it's right next to wherever you're typing in your messages, and just click that membership button. All of the details of the Bass for Cash are in the chat. There is no entry fee. You do not have to pay anything. Just make sure you subscribe to the channel for your chance to win some of this cash for bass. All right, Steph McCurry says, for the record, I say she's 4.6. I am number 1 says, no, wait, it's high 2s, low 3s. All right, so once I show you guys the fish again, we're going to officially open the scales. All right. DL Peck said the 18-minute timer is up in 3 minutes. All right, so let me know when those 3 minutes are up, because we have the likes. We have 63 likes, so the likes are up. All right, thought I may have saw something on top. All right, so here we go. Does anybody know what I have to do before we weigh this fish? In the chat, does anybody know what I'm about to do before we weigh this fish? Let's see who knows the content. Oh my goodness, guys. Wait a minute. Did you see that? All right, trying to see if we can get some top water action. Clint Perry says last cast. Does anybody know what I have to do before we go ahead and weigh this fish? Clint Perry was close. Clint Perry was so close. Does anybody know what I have to do before we weigh this fish and see who is about to win this $40 bill? Does anybody know? Somebody should know. There we go. Chappie says one more cast. That is correct. One more cast is what we have to do. So there we go. That is my one more cast. We're going to see if we can get a fish to the boat. All right, let's see. McCurry said, thank you, Lord. It's about time he weighs this fish. But yeah, we have to do one more cast. So this is the one more cast. We're going to see if we can get a fish to the boat on this one more cast. And then we're going to weigh this fish. We have 65 likes. Really appreciate that. Shout out to Clint Perry and shout out to Daniel. They are the current co-sponsors of today's live stream with the $5 super chats. Really, really appreciate it. So we're going to see if we can make something happen, guys. OG says he ignored my guess. What was your guess, OG? But remember, only the guesses between scales opened or scales and scales closed are going to officially count. So we have not opened the scales yet. Is that 2 fishes in the chat? Oh my goodness, that's the Fish Kid has tuned in, says, I've been watching for about 2 to 3 weeks and been unlucky. Finally, I got to see you pull a fish to the boat. Oh yeah, it looks like you've been tuning in just out of time lately. So maybe you tune in just after we've been weighing the fish, but today is your lucky day because not only do you get to guess, you are a member of the money team. You have a chance to walk away with a $40 bill today. Now look, there he go fishing. He's still scouting around. He's like, oh, I'm gonna make it happen. There he go fishing, does not give up easy. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a fish to the boat. You got me on this live. You're not gonna get out here and catch a fish on me and not let me show one too. Yeah, they're roaming out here. All right, looks like it is time, guys. That was the one more cast. So we're gonna go ahead and get this one on the scale. Oh my goodness. Is somebody gonna, does anybody want this money? Does anybody really want this money? Because the sponsor said nobody really wants the money. Their guesses are just way off. Now look at the fish. The fish is down here like, hey, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting, I'm relaxing. Now, if this is a 2.85 or better, I think I get another $5 bill. Oh my goodness. So we're about to find out. All right, so in the chat, is SWAT Lawn Services available? I mean, SWAT Lawn Operations. Everybody's laughing at me because I always say services instead of operations. All right. Uh-oh, the scales are officially open, guys. So you have 2 minutes to put your guesses in the chat. You have 2 minutes to put your guesses in the chat. Now look at it. It's a big one. It's a nice one. It's a nice one. Put your guesses in the chat. Remember, money team, remember, put your guess, comma, and another guess. Everybody else, you get one guess. If you put more than one guess in the chat, your guess will be disqualified. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, so while you guys are getting active in the chat, let's see who is going to be the winner of today's $40 cash prize. Who's going to win it? Let's go ahead and let that fish relax a little bit in there a little bit longer. And while you guys are doing that, waiting for these scales to close, I'm going to see if I can catch another fish. Because there he go fishing, is out there trying to catch one on me. OG says, come on, man. I need those funds. I need some Viagra. I need some of those blue pills. Bucket says, I think I went a little too high. Uh-oh, Buckets. You never know. You never know. James McCormick hit with the 269. Okay, you guys are still getting active in the chat. We have Gunner Smoke says, where you at? I'm on Lake Lanier. I'm down in Georgia. I'm down south. I'm trying to see if I can catch a few fish, get some to the boat. See if somebody wants this cash for today. Does anybody want to win this money? I don't know. Stephen says, uh-oh, the scales are closed. The scales are closed, guys. I think we're about to find out if somebody really wanted this money. Peyton says, I think I'm on the money for real. Peyton says, I want that cash. Peyton says, give me my money. Put that cash in my pocket. Uh-oh, I got hung up, guys. I got hung up. Noble says, my friend lives on the northwest end of the lake. I think I'm considered down on the southeast end is where I'm at right now. Calvin Larson says, I think I'm way high at 3.6 pounds. Well, we're about to find out in just a minute. But I'm hung up right now, so I have to get this loose. And after I get this loose, there's one more thing that I have to do. I got to do it. You guys know I have to do it. Does anybody know what this one more thing is that I need to do as soon as I get unhung from here? What is it that your partner needs to do before we weigh this fish? I mean, oh, wait a minute. You guys have already put your guesses in there. So now I just have to weigh it. The scales were open and the scales are closed. But there's one more thing that I have to do. Does anybody know what that is? Does anybody know what that is? One more thing that I have to do. Just one. That's right. One last cast. Shout out to Alexandria. That looks like everybody knows. One last cast. Big Dog says, put your rod down. Terry C got it. One more again. That's right. I got to hit it one more again. Chappie says, one more cast for the second or third time. OG says, this dude got a voice that could steal your chick. Oh my goodness, not your chick. Don't want that to happen. All right, let's see. Calvin says, one last cast. That's really 20. It's just one long cast. How about that? One long cast. We have Junior Martinez checking in, says, any spinners? Any spinners? What do you guys think? Any spinners? Mary says, do you have a grandma? I could be your grandma sitting up in that boat. What's going on, Mary? Uh-oh, not a grandma. Hey, there you go. You need a grandma on your boat? I got an offer for a grandma over here. He said, can you catch fish? Eric says, just a smooth criminal. Tucker said, wait a darn fish, man. How long is one cast? It's a longin', just like that fish is a biggin'. It's a nice one. It's big enough to, when I say biggin', you know what I mean by that, guys? It means it's big enough for somebody to win some cash if they guess the weight of that bass. That's what that means. That's what biggin' is in my technology, in my lingo, in my terminology. Oh my goodness, OG. Uh-oh, Mary says she can fish. Uh-oh, the resume has to be a little longer, Mary. Can you make good ham and cheese sandwiches? Kevin the Fish Kid says he throws out to the other side of the lake. One cast is damn near a mile. That is right. I throw those casts out about a mile because I'm throwing them on this braid leader, on this braid field line that's about 15 pounds, and I have this on 12-pound on a 12-pound leader. So yeah, I can cast about a mile. OG says I catch a big one every time I hop on tender. Uh-oh, Mary says I can make a ham and cheese, no mayonnaise, only mustard. Uh-oh, he said he'll take it. All right, then. Now you got to find him, Mary. You got to come out here and find him. There you go fishing. You got to come find him. All right, here we go, guys. We're about to make it official like a referee's whistle. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, somebody put drum roll in the chat. All right, so you guys have seen the guesses. So now I'm going to hold it up. I'm going to tell you guys what I think the weight of this fish is. And I'm hoping it is over 2.85, because if it is, it just got me another $5 bill. Now take a look at it. It's a nice one. It's a nice one. Do you see it looking at you? All right, so we're about to see who is going to be the winner of either $40 or $20 today, guys. All right, so here we go. You guys see the scales are zeroed out. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm going to say 2.86. And the reason why I'm saying 2.86 is because I want it to be at least 2.85, guys. That is why I'm saying 2.86. What do you think it is?
I'm going to say 245.
245. Oh, my goodness. I think it's more than that. It needs to be 2.86, guys. All right, here we go. It's locking in. And here we go. Here we go. Oh, man, it's not going to make it. 2.72 is the official weight, guys. 2.72. All right, go ahead and drop it in the chat. Now, SWAT Lawn Operations is going to let us know who the official winner is. Did anybody guess 2.72? Do we have a winner? If you are a subscriber to the channel, you will win a nice $20 bill. If you are a member of the Money Team, you will win a nice $40 bill. All you had to do was guess 2.72. All right, so there we go. We'll go ahead and drop him back in the live well for just a minute or two. Oh, yeah, that was a good one. It was a fighter. It was fighting like it was like a 4-pounder or something. All right, so there we go. All right. All right, everybody, make sure you go and check out There He Go Fishing. He's rolling in that Nitro Z8. He's out here doing his thing. He won Angler of the Year last year for the Rod Benders Bass Club. So make sure you guys go and check him out on YouTube at There He Go Fishing. If somebody could put the link to his channel in there, make sure you guys go and subscribe. He participates in some of the Battle of the Anglers too, so you guys will see him again. Oh my goodness. Do you see what I see in the chat? No official winners. You guys had me out here doing this work and we have no official winners. Oh my goodness, guys. James McCormick says, good size for the pan and some hot cheese grits. Huh? Yeah, I saw like 2 of them, yeah. 2 or 3. All right, let's see. No winners. Alexandra Corbett says, no official winners. Matt and Kevin were close with 2.7. Man, so close. Kevin, the fish kid, says 0.04 off. Oh, my goodness. Nobody wants this money. That's what I'm talking about, Buckets. Nobody wants this money. It's all good. Nobody wants this money. They just want to come out here and hang out. Watch me catch a fish or two. They want to see the bendation. That's what it's all about. The bendation is real. Just like Bass for Cash. But I guess nobody wants the cash. They just want to see the bass. Uh-oh, there he go fishing. Came out here and found the brush pile. Let's see. Let's go over here and take a look and see what he sees. See what he's looking at. Let me go over here and see if I can steal his fish. Oh, yeah, I think I can steal his fish, guys. I'm going to steal his fish. So here we go. Who are those 2 anglers that were side by side bumping boats that one time and one got mad and left? Does anybody remember that? Uh-oh, you throwing on top. What's that, a fluke?
Like 5 feet on top of the water.
Oh, man, your partner got hung up. Oh, my goodness. Look at him out there. They're schooling, guys. They're schooling. If they're schooling right there, they might start schooling someplace else, too. All right, so everybody give a big shout out to There He Go Fishing. Make sure you check him out on YouTube. Subscribe to his channel. Subscribe to his channel. You'll see him on the Battle of the Anglers. We may be doing one on Lake Lanier, so you guys will see him out here doing his thing. He's going to head to some creeks and go after largemouth. and we're gonna head back out and go back out for some of these bigger spotted bass. We're just looking for some 2-pounders, 2.5-pounders plus, so we can do this thing called Bass for Cash. All right, so everybody give There He Go Fishing. Put THG in the chat. There He Go Fishing. Appreciate you for participating.
All right, Money Team. I'll let y'all appreciate it. It was fun. He got me today.
He said he got me. He got me. All right, man. Good luck. All right. All right. Let's see how that Nitro Z20. I'm rolling into Z20, guys. For anybody who doesn't know, he's rolling in a Z8. Let's watch how this thing takes off and gets on plane, guys. All right, Mike Gray says, there he went. All right, there he went, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and roll out. There are some fish right over here in this area, but it's not, we got to have some fun. We got to roll around a little bit. Let's go and find some fresh fish. See if we can get another one to the boat. I cannot believe nobody wanted that fish. Nobody wanted to get that fish to the boat. Oh, you know what we got to do, guys? Let's go ahead and drop some content for the channel. Jump. Did you see that fish right there? Do you see it? Do you see that? Do you see it? It's trying to get away. Oh, let's go ahead and make it pop. God. What time is it? Jump. Did you see that fish right there? Okay, this one is simple. It's a fighter. It's a fighter. That's what we'll call it. I make live content while I'm live. So I'm doing double work out here, guys. All right, can we put a... All right, there we go. Bam. Let's go ahead and put some more content out here for you guys. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in and supporting the channel. All right, so we're going to let this fish go. But we're going to make it interesting. We're going to make it interesting. Is it alive? Oh, yeah, it's alive. It's just relaxing. Don't you sleep on your back sometimes too, guys? All right, here we go. Now, this was a... This is a 2.72 pounder. But nobody wanted that cash for bass. Nobody wanted the bass for cash. Maybe you want a hat or a hoodie. It is hat and hoodie season. Let's go ahead and let this fish go. Get him back to the lake. And we'll see you on the next go-round. There it goes. All right, there we go. So we catch and release, guys. So now what we're going to do is we're going to roll out. We're going to roll out to another spot. We'll see how There He Go Fishing does out there going after largemouth. I'm going to be going after spotted bass. We're going to catch another one. All right, so I really want some top water action, guys. That would be fun. Some good top water action. All right, so let's roll. Let's roll. There He Go Fishing says largemouth hunting time. All right. We have JR Martinez says try a spinner lure with the blade. That's probably what There He Go Fishing is going to be doing. All right, so here we go. We're going to roll to the next spot and see what we can see. All right. So we're just spot hopping today, guys. Spot hopping. Spot hopping is when we come out here and just spot to spot. I'm just gonna run points today. All we're looking for is about 3 fish. That's all we need today. Somebody should guess. Do you guys, how many fish do you think we need to catch in order for somebody to win the guessing game, the Bass for Cash? How many fish do you think we need to catch for somebody to actually win? All right, in the chat, let me know, how many fish do you think we need to catch in order for somebody to win? J.R. Martinez says 4. You need about 4 fish for somebody to finally get the right weight. When Joshua Wilhelm came in here, he only needed 1. First time watching, first time subscribing. He guessed the weight of the first fish that he saw caught, and he won $150. That's been the biggest winner so far, is $150, and he got it. He came in and took everybody's money just like that. People were like, hey, that's not right. How can he just show up and win $150? It's because he's playing this thing called Bass for Cash, where you can win cash for bass. And all you have to do is guess the weight. Big shout out to the Money Team. Those are the members of the channel. Really appreciate you for tuning in today. Terry C says 1 more again. We have JD Large checking in, says, thank you for taking us along. I got to get some stuff done, so I'll see you when I see you. All right. Really appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on your way out, so that way you will receive a notification next time I'm out on the lake, so you can get out here and see if you can win some of this cash for guessing the weight of a bass. Just that quick and simple. You guys saw how it was done, but nobody wanted that money. Nobody wanted the money. Can you believe it? Hi says, do I need a boating license to ride a boat around in my pond? I'm not sure about that. If it's on private property, I think the laws may be a little different for that, possibly. Bucket says, I don't believe you need a license. Okay, there we go. But not sure, though. All right, so you may want to check into that. Bucket says, but it ain't illegal if you don't get caught. Well, it can be illegal and you still not get caught. All right, Junior Martinez says, what kind of snacks do you take for your lake trips? Man, you know, I left and didn't bring any snacks. Normally I'll bring a sandwich or 2, some apples and oranges, stuff like that. All right, Kevin says, bass, you mean catfish bait. JD Lar says, you kidding? I've been subbed. I don't want to miss a catch. All right, really, really appreciate that. Big shout out to all the new subs to the channel. What we're going to do is get another fish to the boat. Oh, my goodness, guys. Is DL Peck fishing in the chat? How long did I say I was staying out here today, DL Peck? I forgot. I forgot. I can't believe nobody wanted that money. Nobody wanted the money today. Why is that? In the chat, just tell me, what do you guys have against winning money? Why don't you like winning free money? It doesn't cost anything. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button. DL Peck Fishing says 1.5 hours. I knew it. Oh my goodness. Do you see what I see? Somebody tell me in the chat, what is that called right here? What is this called? And it's a good one. Do you see that? Would you look at that? Just look at it. Oh my goodness, and it's pulling. It's a fighter. Yes, this is a guarantee. This is a certified fighter right here, guys. It's a fighter. It is a fighter. Do you see it down there? Do you see it coming to the boat? Oh my goodness, and it jumped on me. It jumped on us, guys. It was like, I do not like this hook being in my mouth. Get this hook out of my mouth, Money Bass. Let's see if I can flip it on camera for you guys. Oh my goodness, there was the flip. Did you guys see the flip? Did you see the flip, guys? Put yes, I saw it if you saw the flip. Kapow, right in the mouthpiece. Right in the mouthpiece. Oh my God, do you see that? Is it gonna be official? Is it gonna be 14? I think it is. I think we have another bass ready for some official bass for cash. I think we have it. I think we have, oh yeah, there we go, look at it. It's a good one. It's a good one for some bass for cash. It's a good one for some bass for cash, guys, from Cash for this bass. Now, who wants to actually get some cash this time? Put cash in the chat because I want to see who actually wants the cash. Put cash in the chat if you actually want the cash. Because I think a few people are saying nobody actually wants the cash. Blade says, oh yeah, cash, I want the cash. Ocho says, oh yeah, I want the cash. D.L. Peck says cash. Is that all? Those are the only ones that want the cash? The Fish Kid wants some cash. Double OG says, oh yeah, give me the money. Show me the money. There we go, guys. So we got another one to the boat. We have the likes sitting at about 78, but I don't think everybody's hit the like button. I do not think everybody has hit the like button. Bucket says, oh yeah, I want the cash. We have Salty Highlights says, oh yeah, I want some cash too. Double OG put the cash bags. Eric Cloud said, yeah, give me some of that cash, partner. I want that cash. Hippie says, I want some likes. You know what, Hippie? I want some likes too. Actually, I want 9 more likes. No, wait a second. Is that too easy? That's too easy. Let's get to 92 likes. We need 92 likes. Stephen says, I'll see you later. Love the channel. Oh, my goodness. Stephen, you're going to miss the cash for bass. Stephen says, hey, I don't need this cash. Living Out Loud, the podcast says, I want some cash. Oh, my goodness. It's Living Out Loud podcast. You can win $40. You see that fish down there? That's $40 waiting on you right there. Shout out to Living Out Loud, the podcast, who has sponsored some of these live streams. Really, really appreciate you. Today's sponsor is Clint Perry and Daniel. Hit me with the $5 super stickers each. Really appreciate that. Stop the Capping. Stop the Capping is checked in. All right, so there we go, guys. So I'm waiting for 92 likes. All we need is 9 more likes. Hit me with 9 more likes, and we're going to guess the weight of that fish and see who's going to walk away with either a $20 bill or a smooth $40 bill. Make sure you guys have hit the subscribe button. We're doing this thing we call Bass for Cash. All I do is catch the bass. You guys have to guess the exact weight, and you will win the cash. Just that quick and easy. Just that quick and easy. Bass for Cash is real, just like the bendation. You guys know about the bendation. You've seen it. You've seen the bendation with your own eyes. Buckets says, how long was it? It was just a little over 14 inches. But I'm going to show it to you again. Once we hit 92 likes. Did I say 91 or 92 likes? Once we hit 92 likes, we're going to put that fish on the measuring board. And once we put that fish on the measuring board, those scales are going to be open. 92 likes, you guys will see that fish again. We'll put it on the measuring board. And all you got to do is guess the exact weight. And you're going to be the winner of a nice $40 bill. Shout out to the money team. All right. Who wants that cash? I didn't really, you know what? And when you think about it, did you guys see how many people put cash in the chat? It wasn't that many. So I think the sponsor of the show is right. Nobody really wants that cash. We only saw about, what, 7 people put cash in the chat? Nobody really wants that cash. Shout out to, what is that, Psycho Awakens. Says, just dropping in to show some support. Really appreciate you. Mike Gray says, nah, we need 100 likes. Go hard or go home. Texas Noob says, show me the money. Junior Martinez says, odds are in my favor. Mike Gray says, by the time you make 100, one last cast, there will be 100 likes. Blade came back and said, hey, I want some cash. I ain't playing. Blade says, show me the money. All right, so we're having a nice day out here, guys. Just take a look around at the scenery. For anybody that can't get out on the water, you know, I always like being able to bring and share this experience with you guys. Look at the sun. It is nice and bright. We have a kind of a slight breeze out here. The water's kind of nice and calm. A nice day out here on the lake, guys. J.R. Martinez says, what's the water temp? The water temp is about 66 degrees. The outside temp, I don't know, feels like it's in the low 70s, something like that. Low to mid 70s, maybe. Am I right? Am I wrong? Does anybody know the outside temperature out here? I'm down in Lake Lanier in Georgia. Somebody look up that weather report. Let me know. Oh my goodness, guys. All right, there's some schooling fish. There's some schooling fish. That's all we need. Let me hit this spot lock. No takers, no takers, but that's okay. That's okay. We still have a bass in the live well that is ready for somebody to walk away with some cash. Let's go take a look at this fish again real quick. We're looking for a few more likes. Once we get a few more likes, we're gonna see if anybody's gonna walk away with this money. That's all we need. Let's take a look at it. Somebody asked how long was the fish. Let me go ahead and show you guys real quick while we wait for a few more likes. You know, it was a fighter. It was like, hey, you know, I'm not as big as the other one, but hey, I still can fight. I'm a fighter. All right, here we go. Do you see that? It's just a little over 14 inches. Now that other one, I don't know. That other one was, I don't know, 18, 19 inches maybe. Maybe like 18 inches or something like that. Was that first one? So this one is definitely smaller than the other one, sitting at about 14 inches. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. J.R. Martinez says, try a spinner lure, please. All right, hit me with the $9.99. Sir, you are the sponsor of today's live stream. Now, you know, the name is MoneyBass, right? The name is MoneyBass. Now, what did Junior Martinez just do? Junior Martinez just got my attention. He wants a spinnerbait. So guess what I'm going to do for J.R. Martinez? J.R. Martinez is going to pick the spinnerbait that he wants your partner MoneyBass to use. Let's go ahead and get this rod out of the way. Let's get this rod out of the way. And we're going to take a dip into the rod locker. Shout out to J.R. Martinez. So if everybody could put J.R. in the chat. Put J.R. in the chat for me. Really, really appreciate the strong support of the channel. So what I'm going to do is dig into my bag of tricks. J.R. Martinez said, hey, I'll put my money where my mouth is. Let's see if my MoneyBass will do the same. All right, so here we go. Got me digging into my bag of tricks. So now, you said you want a spinnerbait. Now let me know, is this right here what you're talking about? All right, Junior Martinez, is this what you're talking about? Is this what you want me to throw? Or you want me to throw a different color? So let me hop into and show you my my spinnerbait box. All right, here we go. This is the spinnerbait box right here. So digging into here, Big Dog says, I need me a sandwich. Big shout out to J.R. Martinez. Oh yeah, make sure you guys put JR in the chat. All right, somebody said we hit 92. Yes, we did, but JR Martinez kind of takes some precedence over that. He says good spin. Okay, let's see. Silver, if you have, match the hatch. All right, let's see. So he said a silver. So you want one with silver blades on it. Let's see. So there's some with white blades on it. Okay, this one has white blades on it right there. All right, is that what you want right there, J.R. Martinez? Let me get the blades right. We can keep looking if not. Okay, so this one right here. Okay, so you want me to throw that one. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one off right here. All right, so you know what? I really want this to work. I really want it to work for you. He has hit me with the $9.99 super chat. J.R. Martinez was like, hey, buddy, I don't play. I put my money where my mouth is. Now I want you to put that spinner bait where that fish's mouth is at and make it happen. All right, so now we're going to have to make it happen, guys. So if anybody watched Battle of the Anglers this past weekend, this is one of the baits that I was originally planning on catching the majority of my fish with. But once we got there, I know you guys could not tell by the way that the water looked, but that there was thick grass just under the surface. So the pattern that I was hoping for was kind of a done deal. It wasn't working. So I'm just putting a polymer knot on here, guys. But yeah, so the pattern that I was hoping for this past weekend, it was not working because of the amount of grass. But I do have another bait that I would have thrown. So if we head back over there, and let me put this trash. So I have a trash can on here where I put the put my line and things like that. If I ever get find any trash in the lake, stuff like that, throw that in there. All right, so there we go. Just Us says Wacky Rig. Wacky Rig could work out here in this deeper water, but it would take a minute because I'm currently sitting in 20 feet of water. All right, so there we go. Can you guys see that spinner bait right there? So it has some nice action on it. All right, so we're gonna head in a little bit shallower. Now we shall see. Now the other thing to keep in mind, JR. So is it JR or Junior? I'll say JR. So JR is that this water is very clear. Let me just show you. So you can still see that bait. That bait right there. Can you see that bait jigging up and down? That is probably about 5 to 6 feet underwater and you can still see it. That may be about 10 feet underwater. You can still see it. Can you guys still see that bait down there jigging up and down? So the water on this lake is very clear. So where I'm currently fishing at, I probably would need to be throwing this in the, like where There He Go Fishing was going. He was going after largemouth. So I would need to throw this in cover. Now these fish on this lake are very, very smart. So what I'm gonna do is throw this out there and I'm gonna let it go all the way to the bottom. So I just made an 80-foot cast so you can see that spinner bait is falling right there. I don't know if you guys can see it that good or not. And see there's some fish out here, but I'm gonna let that fall all the way to the bottom and I'm gonna just barely reel it so it's banging across the bottom. Oh, I thought I already had a fish on there, guys. It was on the bottom. It was on the bottom. I was gonna say, oh my goodness, JR, you sure did call that one. But yeah, it was bumping against something. All right, Bucket says, let's weigh that fish. You know what? I forgot all about the fish, guys. All right, you guys say, hey, what's going on over here? We're supposed to be doing this Bass for Cash thing. All right, so I'm gonna make one last cast. One more cast. That hit it right at about 80 feet again. All right, and hit spot lock. I'm gonna let this fall all the way to the bottom. And then we're gonna slow roll across the bottom. And then we're gonna go ahead and weigh that fish, guys. All right, see, there's some fish out there sitting about 15 feet. So that is prime location. That is prime location. So let's just go ahead and slow roll this bait. I just pop it like that to make sure those blades are spinning for me. Let's let it fall back to the bottom again. Buckets is trying to do some calculations. Buckets says, now how long was that 1.07 again? Buckets is trying to do some calculations. Don't let me find out you have a spreadsheet, Buckets. All right, let's see. Blaze says a swim bait would go hard. Oh yeah, I want to catch one on that Chad shad. All right, so now we're about to do this thing we call Bass for Cash, guys. We're gonna weigh this fish and see if anybody wants to win this cash for guessing the weight of this bass. Now, what we have to do to make it official, like a referee's whistle, is put it on the actual scale. And that's what we're about to do here. All right, so we're waiting for the sponsor of the show. Once you guys see scales open, once you see Steve Wimpy type scales open in the chat, then we are going to weigh this fish. I'm just waiting for the word scales open. All right, so you guys can take a look at the fish down there. All right, the scales are officially open, guys. The scales are officially open. Let me put this fish back on the scale, on this measuring board, so you guys can take a look. You guys see the fish right there? It's a little slimmy slim. Now let's see. Let's take a look at the stomach real quick. You guys saw the stomach on there. Now let's pop it on this measuring board. How long is this fish? Somebody was asking. You put the mouth up to the front of that board and you take a look back here. You see that tail. This fish is about 14 and a half. It'll hit about that 14 and a half range. All right. Who is going to win? Is somebody going to win? It's looking at you. The fish wants to know, hey, am I worth a $40 bill? Now, the members of the money team, you put 2 guesses in there. Those are the members of the channel. It does not cost anything to participate in Bass for Cash, guys. If you are a subscriber, that is free. All you do is double tap the screen. You are then a subscriber of the channel, and you get 1 guess as a subscriber. You get 1 guess, and make sure you guess well, because somebody may walk away with that $20 bill if you are a subscriber, or that $40 bill if you are a member of the money team. All right. So you guys have seen it. I showed it to you. Shout out to JR, the current sponsor of the live stream. Hit me with the $9.99 super chat. Wants me to catch one with a spinner bait. But I think I'm going to go ahead and catch another one with this shaky head real quick. While we wait for those scales to be closed, I'm going to go ahead and pop them right in the mouthpiece. Kapow! Let's see if I can hit them right in the mouthpiece with the shaky head for you guys. All right, the scales. Let me see. Bucket says, I changed my guess. At least the last second, watch it be my old guess. Uh-oh, wait a minute, Buckets. If you put more than 1 guess in there, they will disqualify your guess. You can only put 1 guess between scales open and scales closed. Only 1 guess between scales open and scales closed. But if you are a member of the money team, those are the people that have the badges next to their name. They are putting 2 guesses in the chat. Remember, guys. Okay, gotcha. Bucket says, I only put 1 guess, but I changed it before I sent it. Bucket says, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure what to do. I changed my mind. So we shall see, Buckets. We'll see in just a minute. Oh, my goodness, guys. Do you see what I see? The scales are closed. The scales are closed. MA says, oh, yeah, it's going to be some good eating. It's going to be some good eating. But guess what? MA, that fish is going back home. It's going to live to see another day. It's going to go back and tell its buddies that it got to hang out with your partner, MoneyBass. It'll probably go back and be like, hey, you guys will never believe this, but I was abducted. It was an alien abduction. They took me on this big old craft that floats on the water. They stuck something in my mouth first. I was abducted by an alien. All right, Bucket says, I said 1.28, but I was going to say 1.36. All right, so we're going to see. We're going to see. MA says, let him make friends so you can get more. That's right. That's right. Blaze says, it's going to be a 10-pounder one day. Well, these spotted bass, I have not seen a 10-pound spotted bass. Not on this lake. I think there are some lakes that get those, but I have never heard of one of those on this lake before. I think the record on this lake is not even 10 pounds for a spotted bass. Now, largemouth, that's a different story. Largemouth get pretty big. Oh my goodness, what is this? What just happened? Did I get hit in the mouthpiece? I just got hit in the mouthpiece with a 1999 super chat. Living Out Loud, the podcast says, this channel is great for reducing anxiety. I love it. Living Out Loud, the podcast says, hey, I had a little bit of anxiety, but when I see that bendation, it makes me feel good. My anxiety just goes away. He just bends my anxiety out of my body. It's just bent away. The bendation is real. Everybody put Living Out Loud in the chat. Put LOL in the chat. Living Out Loud, the podcast, is the sponsor of today's live stream. Whoever gives the largest super chat, super sticker, show of support for the channel while we are live is the sponsor of the live stream, because this channel is supported by you guys, the viewers and subscribers, and people that just stop through every once in a while to see what we are doing out here on this channel. So really, really appreciate that. All right, guys. Let me just check something. Uh-oh. What are you guys saying in the chat? Did you guys shout out Living Out Loud? I'm going to check to see. I need to make sure I see LOL in the chat. Living Out Loud. We have to always give credit where credit is due on this channel. You know I'm not going to let you slide if you don't do it. All right, so let's check. Let me check the chat. We got the likes up. We got Living Out Loud hitting the channel with the 1999 super chat. We got LOLs all in the chat. That's the way I like to see it. Good deal. Good deal. Big shout out to Living Out Loud, the podcast. And if you guys take a look, Living Out Loud is a member of the Money Team, also a member of the channel. Really, really appreciate that. Bucket says, oh, yeah, it's a new sponsor. Living Out Loud is the new sponsor of the live stream. All right, so are you guys ready to weigh this fish? Are you guys ready? Put yes in the chat if you're ready, because I don't think you guys are ready to weigh this fish yet. Yeah, I don't see any yeses. So you guys aren't ready to weigh the fish yet. When I see a bunch of yeses in the chat, then I know you guys are ready. Oh, I see a yes, sir. I see yes. Been ready. The fish kid says, hey, I've been ready. Where is my money? Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions. Kevin, the fish kid says, hey, bunny, don't play with my money. All right, I won't play with your money anymore, guys. Let's go ahead and get it cracking. But before we do that, does anybody know what I need to do before we go ahead and put this fish on the scale? Does anybody know? Does anybody happen to know what your partner MoneyBass is about to do before we weigh this fish? Let me look in the chat and see. Ocho was close. Ocho was close. Buckets got it. One more cast. One more time. One more. That's right. Did anybody say one more again? We got to hit it one more again. And let's see if we can get another one. See, if I get another fish to the boat on this cast, then we can do back-to-back bass for cash. Because I have a feeling. Let me think. I have a feeling. Is somebody going to get it? Is somebody going to get it this time? One more again. That's right. We got one more cast. One more cast. So this is the second time that you guys will have the opportunity to win some cash. And all you have to do is guess the weight of this bass for the day. That's it. It's simple. Nice and easy. Nice and easy, right? Now, the members of the Money Team, they're like, hey, we want to see that $40 bill. If you are a subscriber, that's all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, guys. It does not cost a thing. It does not cost a thing for you to participate in this thing that we call Bass for Cash. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel. That's it. Oh, my goodness, guys. Kapow. Kapow. Right in that mouthpiece. Once again, that right there. Do you see it? That right there. Just look at that. Just look at it. That right there is what we call bendation. The bendation is real, just like bass for cash. Now this fish is coming. It's swimming kind of hard. Do you see it down there fighting? It's a fighter. It's like, oh yeah, Money Bass, you got me right in my mouthpiece. Now I'm gonna see if I can flip him on camera for you guys. You see that? Do you see the fish down there playing around? It's like, Money Bass, you're playing with me. You're playing with me, Money Bass. Don't play with my emotions like that. All right, there we go. There we go. Oh my goodness. Are we gonna do it one more time? You know what, guys? I don't know if this one's gonna make it. I don't know if this is gonna be an official bass for cash fish right here. Let's go ahead and put him on the scale real quick. Let's put him on the scale real quick. And then we're going to get to it, guys, because it's time to weigh a fish. That was one more cast. You see how one more cast can pay? Uh-oh. Do you see how one... Now, that fish made it back here. It was almost getting away, guys. It was like, hey, I want to go home. Do you guys see that? It does not hit that 14-inch mark. It does not hit the 14-inch mark. It does not qualify. You, sir, are not qualified. All right, so what we're going to do, what I'll do for you guys, is I'll just put this on the scale real quick. I think this fish right here is going to be about 127. I think it's going to be 127. We're going to weigh it real quick. 127 is what I think. We got it zeroed out. Now we're just gonna let this fish go, and then we're gonna make it official. I see you guys putting some guesses in there. All right, all right. Let's see. Let's see. What is it? It's bouncing around. It's bouncing. It's bouncing. 117. 117. All right. You now in the chat. I hope you guys know why I did that. I did that to kind of help you out. This fish was 1.17. All right, now we're about to make it official. Oh, we're about to make it official. Go back home and tell your friends about this alien abduction. You hung out with your partner, Money Bass. Papaya. All right, now let's see, guys. All right, so now we're going to do the official bass for cash fish. Now, we've already put it on the measuring board. I did the one more cast. There was one more again, one more cast. All right, so let's zero this back out. All right, so there we go. It's zeroed out. We're going to reach in here and get this fish. Everybody has put their guesses in the chat. So now let's see. Let's see what the weight of this fish is going to be. All right, if everybody could, put SWAT in the chat. Type the word SWAT in the chat. Bass for Cash is sponsored by SWAT Lawn Operations, guys. So that is who is making this available for you. So the scales have already been opened and closed, correct? I want to make sure we did close those scales. I'm just looking real quick first, guys. Hold on. I'm just double checking. I don't want to. I started back fishing and I forgot. I forgot. Hold on a second. Okay, so the scales were closed. I see it in there. I just had to go back and double check, guys. I didn't want to weigh it. I lost track of time. All right, so here we go. Scales are zeroed out. The intensity, the pressure. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys my guess on the weight. Hold on, let me take it back off the scale. Make sure it's still zeroed out. All right, so my guess on this fish is gonna be 137. I think this is 137, guys. Let's just take a look and see. All right, so here we go. There's the fish. There's the scale zeroed out. I said 137. Let's see if your partner got it right. All right, here we go. Ooh, so close. 134. The winner is 134. Did somebody get it? Did somebody get that? 134, guys. 134. Did anybody get that? 134. Oh, my goodness. MA said I said it, but we got to make it official. So we have the SWAT lawn operations is going through checking. They're going to make it official like a referee's whistle. MA said, oh, I got it. Bash for him says MA is a winner. There you go, guys. It was 134. 134. All right, and MA, make sure you have read the description of the official rules for Bass for Cash. Are you subscribed to the channel? Please say you are subscribed to the channel. You gotta be subscribed to the channel. MA, are you subscribed to the channel? MA is the official winner. It's official like a referee's whistle. MA just won a $20 bill. Can you guys believe it? Just that easy. All you had to do was be a witness to the bendation and guess the weight, and it happens just like that. You know, somebody asked me, is Bass for Cash real? Hey, it's real. Bass for Cash is real. Just like the bendation. They are both real. It's a real thing. As a matter of fact, let me show you guys what the bendation looks like. Let me show you guys what the bendation looks like. Big shout out to MA. If everybody could, put MA in the chat. Put MA in the chat. MA is the official winner of $20 Bass for Cash. Just like that. Oh my goodness. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. If you are not subscribed, you cannot get that cash for that bass. Did MA say I am subscribed? MA says, that's crazy. I'm supposed to go fishing with my father after 6 years. Great sign. Thanks, guys. Shout out to MA. Make sure you guys are putting MA in the chat. Now, that's what I like seeing. Some good stories like that. MA is like, hey, it's a good sign. It's a good sign. So, yeah, let your father know about this Bass for Cash. Your father could have won some Bass for Cash. Don't be stingy, guys. Let your friends and family know about getting in on this Bass for Cash. The Fish Kid says, MA, go get a lottery ticket. Everybody is shouting out MA in the chat. All right, good deal. Uh-oh, guys. Wham, wham, just like that. Just like that, and it's a good one. It's gonna jump. Did you see it jump? Did you guys see it? It's a good one. This is gonna be a Bass for Cash. Do you see it? Do you see that? Did you guys see that? It's a jumper, and it's a fighter. Like Tyson. Isn't Tyson supposed to be fighting this weekend? Can I flip it? Oh, my goodness. It's a fighter. It is a fighter, guys. We're doing some Bass for Cash back-to-back. Back-to-back Bass for Cash. Back-to-back Bass for Cash. Oh, my goodness. This one is like, hey, you got me right in my mouthpiece, MoneyBass, and it hurts. Get it out of there. Kapaya, look at it. Do you see that? Do you see it? Who saw the fish jumping? If you saw the fish jump, type jump in the chat. Type jump in the chat if you saw that. Buckets says, how much is the money at now? So the total pot was $40. So guess what? There's still 20 in the pot. Is that correct? SWAT lawn operations, isn't there 20 still in the pot? So the money team is going to be guessing for 20. The subscribers are guessing for 10. How about that? How's about it? And this is definitely a keeper. This is definitely a keeper, guys. Does anybody want that 20? Shout out to MA. MA said, I already got my 20 and I'm heading to the bank. Let me show you guys real quick before we put this one in the bucket. Says, oh, I'll take 10. I'll take 10. Do you see that right there? This one is a little over 15 inches. A little over 15. Oh, my goodness. Bucket says, I will take 10. Hook me up with that 10. All right, we're going to put this one on this green coal tag because this is the money fish right here. We'll put it on green. All right. Do you guys like the way that sounds? Let me see something real quick, guys. Hold on 1 second. I got to figure out how to. All right, I had to check something real quick, guys. Captain Deadeye says, "Arr, what a great day, matey. The girl whom I thought I loved so much didn't love me. She never moved on from her ex, and here I thought, like a fool, that I'd be her heart. But the saddest part is she lied. Captain Deadeye does not like it. Shout out to Captain Deadeye. Things will get better." Shout out to Ace. I see Carney off in the chat. Says, what was the weight on the last fish? What was the weight of that winning fish, guys? What was the weight of the Bass for Cash winner? MA just won that $20 Bass for Cash, just like that. Nobody really says, MoneyBass, are you accepting cash donations? Oh yeah, my Cash App is that $ at official MoneyBass. If you want to support the channel, that is the best way to support the channel, guys, to send funds directly through Cash App. That is the best way to support the channel. And if you do send a Cash App, make sure you put that in the chat so I can go ahead and acknowledge you in the chat. So yeah, we're definitely having a good day out here, guys. Let's go ahead and catch another one. Let's get another one to the boat. We're doing this thing we call Bass for Cash. All right, so you have $ at. So take that at sign out of there. So just put, Alexandria, if you could, put my Cash App in the chat. It's the $ official MoneyBass. And then you'll see the MoneyBass logo. Uh-oh, guys, take a look. MA's payment has already been sent. And MA, I do want to see some confirmation because everybody's wondering, is Bass for Cash real? Is it real? Oh, yeah, it's a real thing. Best believe it. There we go, Alexandra. Really appreciate that. All right, so whoever was asking about my Cash App, that is it right there. It is official MoneyBass. MA says confirmed. MA has confirmed that a $20 bill has been confirmed. Just like that. Bass for Cash. Is it real? MA. Put Bass for Cash is real. Just like the bendation in the chat. Go ahead and let everybody know. If you actually receive some cash for that bass, put Bass for Cash is real in the chat. Let them know, because there's some people who don't believe it. They don't believe that Bass for Cash is real. Tim says, you ever try a wacky worm? A wacky rig? Yes, sir. Sure do. Nobody really says MoneyBass is official. Oh, yeah, official. Just like a referee's whistle. You know, until you hear that whistle blow, it ain't official, is it? All right, just checking in the chat. What is going on in the chat? We have Robbie Brown checking in. What's going on, Robbie? Glad you can make it. Blade says Bass for Cash is real. Oh, yeah, but we want to hear it from MA. MA, I want to know if MA thinks Bass for Cash is real, just like the bendation. Nobody really says PIN number. I'm not sure what a PIN number means. We have McCurry says, are the scales open yet? Oh, wait a minute. Do we? Yeah, we do have another bass, but we have another fish. We have another fish, guys. We have another fish. I forgot we have another fish that we need to weigh. All right, so let's see. How are we looking on the likes? We are at 110 likes, but I don't think nobody really says pin my comment. I'm not sure how to do that from out here. All right, so we have another candidate for Bass for Cash. So we need to get back out there and make it happen. All right, so how many likes do we need? We're at 111 likes. We have another opportunity for somebody to walk away with a $20 bill. If you are a member of the channel, the members of the Money Team, you guys will be guessing for a $20 bill. It is free. It does not cost you anything to participate. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel. That is it. Subscribe to the channel and you will get one guess, just like MA. MA is a subscriber to the channel and just won a nice $20 bill and has already received it. Now, is MA gone? MA says, let me see, I'm still here writing a 30-second commercial script for PBS Black History Month. Oh, my goodness. So is Bass for Cash real, MA? I just want to see it in the chat. Bass for Cash is real, just like the Bendation. How about you write that script for me? Help me out. Because there's some people who do not think Bass for Cash is real. Pierre says, I missed it. What state? We're down here in Georgia. We're down here catching Bass for Cash in Georgia. Tony Potter says, what is your largest bass? Well, my largest spotted bass is sitting at about 5 pounds, 11 ounces. It was a biggin. And my biggest largemouth is 8.57 pounds. Play Leader says Lake Lanier. That is correct. Lake Lanier. MA says, for anyone in the chat wondering, yes, it is legit. So MA got that $20 bill. Just that quick and easy. The fish kid says, so many fish today, you're forgetting about the greenies. Oh, yeah, I do have another one already in the live well. I forgot to, okay, we need 120 likes, guys. We are at 113. I know everybody hasn't hit the like button yet, but if somebody wants to win this next round of cash, then you need to hit that like button. Now, remember, if you want to support the channel, shout out to Living Out Loud, the podcast, the current sponsor of today's live stream with a $19.99 super chat. Shout out to the Money Team. They're out here making it known that they are supporting the channel. Membership does have its privileges. They have access to members-only content. They also have access to this Bass for Cash game. They get 2 guesses every time we do it. Now, it doesn't cost anything to participate. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel. That is it. Subscribing is free. Just double tap the screen. Tap, tap. The same way that these fish are doing when you see me set the hook. It's just a little tap, tap. And once I feel that tap, tap, I set the hook. All right, Bucket says, oh, the scale's open. Okay, we need 120. We need 6 more likes, and then those scales will be opened up. Because I know everybody has not hit the like button. We need 6 more likes, and then we're going to see who is going to win another $20. Shout out to MA has won the $20 bill today, guys. Just like that, Bass for Cash. Bass for Cash is real. Just like the Bendation. How about it? Tappity tap into the net. That's right, Dutchie. Tappity tap. All right, guys, we only need 5 more likes. And I see some people have dipped out. Maybe they were off of their lunch break or something. So does that mean there's more of a chance for you to win if there aren't as many people participating? Maybe they don't know that Bass for Cash is real. But MA tried to tell them, oh, it's legit. Junior Martinez says, how long do you usually fish for? DL Peck, can you answer that question for me, please? JR Martinez says, how long do you usually fish for? He's wanting to know what. Oh, my goodness, guys. Oh, my goodness. Do you see this right here? Do you see this? Now, this is a good one. This is a good one. It's a big one. Do you see that? Do you see the parabolic bend? Do you see that? Now, this rod, this is my shaky head. For me, this is like Thor's hammer. I bust them in the mouthpiece with it all the time. Do you see that? Oh, my goodness. And it's a fighter like that last one. It's a fighter. Oh, my goodness. It's like, oh, Money Bass, I'm a big one. Do you see that fish down there, guys? That fish is Jaws. We got Jaws. I got to get the net from back here. Oh, my goodness. It just tried to jump on me, guys. It's trying to get away. It's trying to fight me. And I got the net. Can I get him in the net? Oh, nice and easy. Nice and easy. Whew, nice and easy. Do you see the bendation? Would you look at that? Now that is a fatty. She has a gut on her. She needs a waist trainer. Do you see her? Do you see what I see, guys? Do you see this? Does anybody know what a waist trainer is? Does anybody know what a waist trainer is? Well, let me show you how you can have a good indication if you need a waist trainer. If your stomach looks like that right there, if that's how your stomach looks, you need a waist trainer. But she's like, hey, Money Bass, don't talk about me like that in front of all these people. I'm kind of self-conscious about my weight because I'm a little obese. I'm a little fatty fat. But my waist is slim. Do you see that, guys? Do you see it? Oh, my goodness. But guess what happened? Kapow, right in her mouthpiece, partner. Right in the mouthpiece. Do you see her looking at you? Who is going to win another round of Bass for Cash? Now, this is a good one. Let me just show you guys a little something. Let me show you. Does anybody know who Fire Marshal Bill is? You know what Fire Marshal Bill does? Fire Marshal Bill shows you something. Fire Marshal Bill will show you something. So your partner Money Bass is gonna show you something. Let me show you something, guys. Can you see the size difference between these two fish? Can you guys see that? Can you see that? Do you see the size difference? Look at the gut. Look at her belly. She's like, oh yeah, I'm a fatty fat. She's like, Sir Mix-a-Lot would like me. Because Sir Mix-a-Lot likes big guts. And he does not lie. Because that's what she got. She got a big gut. Oh my goodness. Look at the size difference. Pierre says, ooh la la, look at that. All right, I'm starting to lose track, guys. All right, so Money Green, we still got to weigh Money Green. All right, so in the chat, she needs a name. All right, Money Team members. Money Team, if you have a badge next to the name, next to your name, what are we going to name this fish? Money Team members. Membership does have its privileges. I need to let one of the Money Team members name this fish right here. This is the biggin. She's big. She is obese. And you guys heard her talking a little earlier. She said she's self-conscious about her weight. Uh-oh, she's trying to stab me with those fins. She's like, get your hand out of here, Money Bass. All right, there we go. Oh, my goodness. Living Out Loud said dinner. No. Oh, my goodness. But do you see her? Do you see how big she is next to her friends? She's like, oh, yeah, I'm a big one. You know, I need to put a little water in there on her. So let's come over here and hit this field and resert. Let's go ahead and get that set up. Oh, my goodness. All right, so let's see. DL Pet got it. She's slim thick. She is slim thick. She's not too big, but she's definitely not small because she got a gut on her. All right, and she tore up my bait. So let's do a little bit of retying, guys. Oh, my God. The bendation. Was it real? Was the bendation real, guys? Somebody let me know. I think I might need to take a break. How many likes do we have? We have 118 likes. We still didn't even hit the quota. The quota has not been reached. Nobody wants this cash. I bet you guys aren't even sharing this channel. Are you having fun with it? Are you having fun? Bass for Him says participation of the bendation. That's right. We need some participation. Are you participating? Mascot says quarantine thick. No, she's called slim thick. The members of the Money Team get to name the fish. Membership does have its privileges. You guys saw slim thick. She was about twice the size of her compadre. Could you believe it? Could you believe it? All right, so I need to put some stank on it. Let's go ahead and put some stank back on here and get back down there where you guys oh my goodness, we're at 121 likes. Why did it take so long? You guys, do you really want to win some of this bass for cash? Some of this cash, and all you have to do is guess the weight of a bass. Now let me reach down here into my bag of tricks. The bag of tricks. Let's put some stank on it. All right, so here we go, guys. I will let you in the chat. Blaze says, can y'all hear me? All right, so do you guys want me to put some bass feast on here? Now this is what we call putting some stank on it, or some crawfish. Crawfish, so this is a scent, an oil-based scent, guys. Crawfish or bass feast? Which one do you guys want? Uh-oh, there he go fishing. All right, you guys see him? There he go fishing. He's on his way out. And he is rolling. All right, and look at this pontoon. This pontoon is kind of rolling too. That's kind of fast for a pontoon. But there he goes. There he went. Who was that that said there he went earlier? All right, so in the chat, what are you guys saying? I see crawl. Everybody's saying crawl. Okay. Everybody wants me to hit him in the mouth with that crawl. Nobody really says broadcast announcement. Don't forget that like button. Be sure you are subscribed to get into the scale for payment. That is right. You must be subscribed to the channel. That is all it is. It does not cost you a thing. So we're going to put some crawl on here, on this right here. So we're going to put it in here and put some stank on it. All this is like a crawfish scent, guys. What does crawfish smell like? I don't really want to sniff it myself because I don't know if it's for human sniffalization. I don't know if I want to sniff on that crawfish smell. That's for those fish. All right, so I'm going to hit him in the mouthpiece with this crawfish. But we have officially reached the mark, the 120 like mark. So we can go ahead and do this next Bass for Cash weigh-in. But before we do that, does anybody know what I need to do? I'm kind of obligated. I'm kind of obligated to do this. What do I need to do, guys? What do I need to do in the chat? Does anybody? There we go. Bass for him is close. You were close. But James got it. James got it. Says one more cast. That's right, one more cast. It's not the last cast, but it's one more cast. Alexandra says one last cast. All right, Living Out Loud said make your second or third last cast. Nobody really says to be in the giveaway chat. MoneyBass would appreciate you to be subscribed for payment. That is correct. You will need to be a subscriber to the channel. It does not cost anything. All you have to do is subscribe, and that is it. That is all. Big Dog says, put down your pole. Come on, man, weigh that fish. Big Dog is ready to win some of that cash. James McCormick said that cast was crooked. It didn't count. It didn't count. Do I need to do another cast? Alexander says it's an extended cast. He had to extend it. Just made a little extension, that's all. Nobody really says any moderator application positions available. I want to apply. We have JR says money cast is needed. That's right. There we go. We got that big into the boat on that last cast. Let's see, guys. Tim says, weigh that jumper. Oh, Tim remembers. Oh, yeah, it was jumping. It was trying to get away. All right, so this is one last cast. Blaze says, stank it up, brother. Go ahead and dip it in there. Put that crawl on it. Ken says, how deep are you? I'm sitting in about 13 feet, casting out to about 13 feet. We're trying to make it happen, Captain. The simp says, you got to cast it once to activate the stank. So really, 2 casts is 1. 2 is 1 and 1 is none. Does anybody know where that saying comes from? 2 is 1 and 1 is none. Does anybody know where that comes from? 2 is 1 and 1 is none. All right, so we're about to get it cracking. We're about to get it crack-a-lacking, guys. All right, we're about to do this thing we call Bass for Cash. Now, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. The members of the channel will have 2 guesses on this thing we call Bass for Cash. You put your first guess, comma, and your second guess. Now, if you are a subscriber, you get 1 guess. So make sure you put 1 guess. If you put more than 1 guess, your guess will be disqualified. Now, we're gonna have some fun with it, guys. We got the likes up, and to make it official, we have to put it on the scale. If you are interested in becoming a member of the Money Team, those are the people with the badges next to their name. All right, there we go. Look at her. She's just down there relaxing. She's like, MoneyBass, you stuck me in my mouth. Let me just kick back and relax for a minute. Do you see them, guys? They're a little active down there. All right, so what we are weighing, guys, the fish we are weighing is going to be Money Green. Money Green is who we are about to weigh. Now, you see that big one down there? We're not weighing that one yet. Money Green is who we are about to weigh. Now, this is Money Green right here. All right, so are the scales open? We're waiting for the sponsor of Bass for Cash to open the scales, guys. So there we go. You guys can start taking a look. As soon as you see scales are open, you have 2 minutes to put your guesses in the chat. Now, you have 1 guess, and you must be a subscriber. Subscribe to the channel, and you get 1 guess. If you are not subscribed to the channel, you get to spectate. All right? So make sure you have hit the subscribe button. As soon as you see scales are open, then start putting your guesses in the chat. Now, let me do this real quick. We'll put it on the scale, on the measuring board, so you guys can take a look at it. Now, this fish right here, put the mouth on the front of the board, and you see that? It's a little over 15 inches, guys. It's a little over 15 inches. All right, and the scales are officially open. You have 2 minutes. Put your weights in the chat. Now, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Remember, you do not want to miss out on the funds just because you are not subscribed. All you have to do is guess the exact weight of this fish, and you will walk away with a $10 bill, all right? Now, this is for $10. That is because MA has already walked away with $20. So the pot was cut in half. The pot was cut in half, but there are still $10 that can be won, all right? And this is decimal form, guys. So 1 point or 2 point, 3 point something, and then to 2 decimal places. So there you go. That is the fish. Now, what we will be weighing next after that one, and I forgot her name. What was her name? Slim Thick. Look at that right there. And let me just show you guys something. The one that we are weighing right now, let me just show you how the size comparison. Do you see how much bigger Slim Thick is than this one right here? Slim Thick is huge. She's humongous. Look at her head. Slim Thick is right here. Now, you guys are guessing the weight of this one right here, Money Green. But Slim Thick, I wonder if anybody's going to guess the weight of Slim Thick, because she's a biggin. She's a big one. She's probably bigger than that first one. Now, did Clint Perry tell me that if I caught a 2.85 or better, that I would get hit with another $5 bill? Kapow right in my mouthpiece? Is that what he said? Is Clint Perry still in the chat? I want to get confirmation. Is that what I was supposed to do for the day? Let's try something a little different. Let's try a jerkbait. Let's try to hit him in the mouthpiece with a jerkbait, guy. Are they gonna get it? Are they gonna get it? Let me show you guys what I'm looking at. Do you see those fish right there? My jerkbait is right there, and all of those fish. Do you see all those fish on that jerkbait? Scales are officially closed, guys. Scales are officially closed. Scales are officially closed. Oh my goodness. The anticipation. Is somebody about to walk away with either a $10 or a $20 bill again? Is it gonna happen? All right, the scales are officially closed, so let's see. All right, so you guys ready for me to weigh it? Put yes in the chat if you're ready for me to weigh it now, guys. Put yes in the chat. I don't see any yeses in the chat. Put yes in the chat if you're ready for me to weigh this fish and see if anybody's gonna win this bass for cash. Houdini said, nope, I'm not ready. Drew says, oh, I just got here. Oh man, Drew, you missed it. But somebody has already won round one. Who was that? MA walked away with a $20 bill. All right, so you guys put yes in the chat. Okay, yes, you guys are ready for me to weigh it. But guess what I have to do before I weigh that fish? Does anybody know what I'm about to do to you before I weigh this fish? Derry says one more cast. That is correct. So let me go ahead and make one more cast. Let's go ahead and get another fish to the boat with one more cast. One more again. Steve Wimpy says, gotta hurry. The guesses are disappearing. Oh, shoot. All right, guys. Let's go ahead. All right, in the chat, I need you guys to stop putting comments in there so you don't erase your guesses. All right, so we're going to do this one fast, guys. Money Green. Here we go. Money Green. I think the weight on Money Green is going to be about 1.47. 1.47. All right, so let's see. All right, so the scales are zeroed out. Scales are zeroed out, guys. I said 1.47. Oh, my goodness, I was wrong. 1.74. 1.74 is Money Green. So if you guess 1.74, did anybody guess 1.74? And this was for Money Green. Money Green was 1.74. And for anybody that is just tuning in, I will give you guys a hint on the next one. And the hint that I will give you is showing you the size comparison of these two fish. This is the one you guys just guessed. And look at the next one that we are weighing in size comparison. This is what we just weighed. This was 1.74. Now, if this one's 1.74, look at her gut. Do you see the gut? All right, guys. So that's what we're going to weigh next. Did anybody guess 1.74? Dutchy put in 1.74 after the scales were closed. All right, so there we go. 1.74, guys. Steve Wimpy says no official winners. Now, how many fish have we guessed, guys? How many have we guessed so far? How many times have you guys had a chance to win today? 3. So you guys have had 3 chances to win so far. And we've had 1 winner. All right, let's see. Oh my goodness, nobody won. Nobody won. Oh my goodness, guys. All right, guys. What do you think? Shout out to Tom Mix. We have the money team checking in. He says, I just came in when the scales opened. I used my 2 guesses, but it looks like you didn't get it because he said there were no official winners. Let me see. Nobody really says, I wanted your guess double. I said it before the wait. Oh, man. All right. Kevin, the fish kid says, I'm trying. Let me see. I'm trying. I was at 1.69. Okay, you were close. All right, the simp said, yeah, nobody won. That is correct. You know, I want to hang out in the chat for just a second, see what you guys are in here talking about. All right, so we got the likes up. When will you weigh the next one? Drew said, Drew is ready. Drew is like, hey, buddy, I'm ready for this next one. Buckets says, how long is Slim Thick? We're going to put Slim Thick. Well, I'll go ahead and show you guys Slim Thick. So this is going to be the next one. So we still have $20 left in the pot up for grabs. Look at Slim Thick. Do you see her? She's like, hey, bud, I don't want to stay in here too long. I try not to leave them in the live well too long, guys. Now, let me just show you guys something. Let me show you something. Look at her eyes. Look how big her eyes are. She's like, oh, yeah, I'm a biggin. I'm a biggin. She's like, look at my gut. I need a waist trainer. Hey, guys, do any of the guys in the chat know what a waist trainer is? I kind of have an idea. I've just heard the word before, and I think I know what it means. But if I'm correct, Slim Thick, she needs a waist trainer. She's like, oh, yeah, my gut is big, but my waist is slim. Do you see her waist? She has a nice little waist. She says, oh, yeah, I'm still sexy. I'm still sexy. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. They still love me. But look, let me put her on the scale real quick, guys. Now take a look at this. Slim Thick is slim long, too. Do you see that? She is well past 15.5 inches. So she's a biggin. She's a nice one. She's probably bigger than that first one that we weighed, guys. If that helps you out any. So you don't really know. But is Clint Perry still in the chat? Is Clint Perry still in the chat? Somebody put out a sign of life check for Clint Perry. I wonder if Clint Perry is still in the chat. Shout out to the money team. All right, what does Alexandria say? She says SWAT Lawn Operations is based out of Conyers, Georgia, and services all surrounding metro Atlanta areas. For a free estimate, please call 404-423-5131. Now, that is a outdoor lawn service, but they do more than that. SWAT stands for service with all the trimmings. If you guys could put SWAT in the chat. We always have to give credit. Blade says RIP. But we always have to give credit where credit is due. So SWAT Lawn Operations. SWAT Lawn Operations, guys. They are the sponsor of Bass for Cash. If you have commercial or residential outdoor lawn services that are needed, make sure you reach out to SWAT Lawn Services. All right, let's see. What else are you guys talking about in the chat? Buckets says, how big was the other biggin? I'm not even sure, Buckets. I don't remember. They could be nice enough in the chat to tell you, but they may not want you to win and tell you the wrong weight. So you kind of have to take your chances. Nobody really says SWAT. That is right. If everybody could put SWAT in the chat. They are the sponsor of Bass for Cash, guys. So we always have to give credit where credit is due. Alexandra says, friendly reminder, guesses will not be accepted until we officially announce scales open. All right, so that is correct. Sus says, how many fish have you got today? I'm not sure. Does anybody know how many fish have been caught so far today? Because I think I've still been doing a little more talking than fish catching, but we've caught quite a few today. I know you guys have guessed 3 times so far. So my guess would be, what do you guys think? Maybe around 7, something like that? Maybe around 7 fish brought to the boat. All right, let's see. Bucket says, it was 2 something, but I don't know. W says, I seen someone else fishing too. How's it going? It's going pretty good. We're doing this thing we call Bass for Cash over here. All you have to do is guess the weight of the fish after I catch it. So W, you can win a double $10 bill. And all you have to do is guess the weight of the fish as I bring the fish in. So that's how we do over here. We just have a little fun with it. Playlita says, how can I sponsor also? All right, so anything sent as a super chat or a super sticker or to the channel, that stays with the channel. So anytime you want to sponsor an individual, whenever we do Battle of the Anglers or anything like that, you send it directly to the Cash App. So Playitas, are you wanting to sponsor Bass for Cash? Is that what you're asking? Just let me know in the chat. All right, make sure you guys tap the notification button and the bell. SWAT Lawn Services, I see you guys talking about that. We have JR says, I really wanted to see you catch that one on a spinnerbait. Okay, we'll hit him with a spinnerbait again. Shout out to JR. JR sent a $10 super chat into the channel because he wanted to see me catch a fish with a spinnerbait. So what I did, I mean, that $10 super chat, it does some talking. JR was like, I'll put my money where my mouth is. And so this is the bait that he chose to use. And actually, look at this, guys. The skirt on the spinnerbait got knocked out of place. Now, this one is not, oh man, is it gonna break? Yeah, I think this spinnerbait may end up needing a new skirt on it. It's still on there, it's still on there. So let's see. So JR hit the channel with a $10 super chat and wanted to see me catch a fish on a spinnerbait. All right, shout out to Clint Perry. He's back in the chat. So the question of the day, Clint Perry, you said something about a 2.85 earlier. So you said if I bring in a 2.85, if I hit a 2.85 in the mouthpiece, then you would hit me in the mouthpiece with a $5 super chat. Was that true? Was that what was said? We're trying to understand because I do have another fish we haven't weighed it yet. So it could possibly be, but we'll be finding out in just a minute. All right, so JR wanted me to slow roll this spinnerbait. So I'm doing that right now. We're gonna slow roll this spinnerbait out there. See if there's anything that wants it. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness, Clint. Clint says yes, but I can act like Tank too. Oh, no, not Tank. Does anybody in the chat know who Tank is? Does anybody remember the story of Tank? If you remember the story of Tank, put Tank in the chat. Blade says bounce it off the bottom. Wait a minute. JR says if you catch, wait a minute. So JR, you're saying if I catch one with this spinnerbait, you'll hit me with another 10. Is that what you're saying, JR? So Clint Perry says he'll hit me with a 5 if I catch one that's 2.5 or better. I mean 2.85 or better. And JR, are you saying that you will hit me with another 10 if I catch one on this spinnerbait? because you know you're partner Money Bass. That'll get my attention. Let me go ahead and see if I can collect another 10, 10, 10. I'm gonna let this sink all the way to the bottom. Now I saw somebody said they wanted me to yo-yo this spinnerbait, so I'll do it. All right, Bucket said, okay, Blade says Tank. He knows the story of Tank. Bucket says, I don't know that story. All right, so I guess I'll have to tell you guys a story in just a second. All right, Clint Perry says $5 for a 2.85 or better. Oh my goodness. Living Out Loud says, please tell us the story of Tank. I keep missing it. All right, so let's yo-yo this spinnerbait. Is that what you guys said, to yo-yo it? I've never yo-yoed a spinnerbait before. I think I should just kind of slow roll it like this. All right, nobody really says top right corner chat. There's some 3 dots. Should get you right. All right. JR says time limit though. Wasting on your patients to come out of their doctor. Waiting on my patient to come out of their doctor appointment. So, JR, are you a doctor? All right. So JR said he'll hit me, but I got a time limit. I got a time limit on it. All right, so I need to get a 5 from Clint Perry. I need to get a 2.85 or better. And then I need to catch one with a spinnerbait. Now, I don't think the spinnerbait bite is going to be too likely based on my experience from fishing a spinnerbait out where I have the technique that these fish that I'm targeting right now. I don't think it's very likely on this lake because these fish are very pressured. But we're going to do it. We're going to see if we can make it happen. The Bass Hunter says, look at Playita's fence comment. Let's see, what does it say? Where is it at? I want to send $20 for the Bass for Cash. Oh, my goodness. Okay. All right. So $20 for the Bass for Cash. Let's see how we can do that. All right. So this is how we do that, Playitas. Hold on just a second. Let me finish slow rolling this. But basically, the person that wins, what they do is they put their Cash App in the chat. And whenever they win, then you just Cash App the funds directly to them. So that is the way that SWAT Lawn Operations has been doing that. Hey, I'm live right now. Hop in the chat.
Okay. All right, later.
All right. All right, guys. So yeah, so Playitas, there you go. So are you saying that you're putting up another $20 for the Bass for Cash? If that is the case, then that means the pot has now doubled once again. All right, appreciate that, Bass Hunter. Let me see. Drew says, don't they also send through Zelle? I'm not sure if they do that. They possibly do, but we'll get it worked out. Joe Mama says, do you ever miss prison? Sometimes. I mean, it's a lot better being out here on the lake. I'm glad I've never been, so I don't miss it as far as never being there. It's not a place I want to go, but I've heard some interesting stories about it. Said, do you ever miss prison? Never been and don't want to visit. All right, let's see. Let's change it up. Let's still hit him in the mouth with a shaky head. But let's just change the type of shaky head real quick. And then we're gonna roll on. Oh, wait a minute. You guys are waiting for me to weigh Miss Slim Thick, right? Is that what you guys are waiting on? I forgot that I had Slim Thick in there. All right, so Alexander says, yes, they can do Zelle. All right, so Playita says, okay, I'll be waiting for a winner, or could I Cash App it to you? Let's see. So the current sponsor for that is SWAT Lawn Operations. So SWAT Lawn Operations, Alexandra, how would you guys want to do that? Would you want the people that want to do that to just Cash App it directly to you? And then, well, actually, you could go ahead and Cash App it. Oh, my goodness. Hold on a second, guys. go ahead and Cash App it directly to me, and then that way I'll send it directly to that way I can disperse it out to the winner. And so if you could, Alexandria, put my Cash App in the chat, and then whenever you Cash App those funds, make sure you put Bass for Cash. Put Bass for Cash sponsor or something like that in the memo section, so that we'll know that those funds go towards Bass for Cash. But anything sent to the channel, guys, is going through the YouTube system. So anything sent to the channel is going to stay with the channel. So if you want to sponsor Bass for Cash or send funds directly to MoneyBass, use the Cash App that you see in the chat. So Alexandria, if you could, there we go. Put that Cash App in there for me. All right, so let's see. So we're running a little low on juice, guys. So let's go ahead and get this camera back into play so we don't lose power. All right, so we're looking on the likes. We're at 130 likes. I think we need to be at 140 likes, guys. So once we get to 140 likes, man, I really want it to be 150, because we're about to weigh Slim Thick. Slim Thick is going to be the biggest fish of the day. Possibly. Because we're going to make a few more casts here. And then we're going to run to another spot. But so, Playitas, just let me know whenever you sent that Cash App, and then I can confirm that it has been received. Nobody really says scales are not activated yet. Please wait for the scales to open. A member will give you the announcement. That is right. So scales are not open yet, guys. Once we get to 140 likes, then we are going to put Slim Thick, the biggest fish of the day so far, on the scales. All right, so keep that in mind, guys. If you have not hit that like button, you need to go ahead and double tap your screen. When you double tap the screen, that is how you hit the like button. The Fish Kid said, just sent $10 Cash App for the pot. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did the pot just get bigger? Because I just heard something beeping. Is that what that was? Let's see. Let me take a look. Bass for Cash. Oh, my goodness. Bass, we have another so now it is up to $30 for Bass for Cash, which means the MoneyTeam members are guessing for $30. The subscribers are guessing for $15. Oh my goodness. And it just went up one more time, one more again. It is up to $50 now. Oh my goodness, guys. $50. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Steve Wimpy, shout out to SWAT Lawn Services, says, if you want MoneyBass to advertise for your company and you want to host Bass for Cash, please send your information and you can host Bass for Cash. So yeah, check the description and you will see my email, my Instagram in there, moneybass404@gmail.com. Just send me a little information about your company and what you have in mind, and we can see if we can make some things happen for you. Because MoneyBass is worldwide. Actually, in the chat, I haven't seen anybody from Indonesia, Guam, or where else? Scotland, Poland. In the chat, put what countries you have seen in the chat that kind of surprised you. Because MoneyBass is worldwide. I know you guys didn't know that. Some people didn't know that. Well, oh yeah, this channel is worldwide. We have people checking in from everywhere. So in the chat, put a country that you have seen in the chat. Someone from the, whenever I ask where everybody is from, what countries have you seen in the chat, guys? Drew says, you can get a fresh cut lawn and a new fence. Oh yeah, SWAT Lawn Services does it all. All right, Playita says, I will email you now. All right, appreciate that. All right, Drew says, let me see, a fresh cut lawn. Nobody really says, oh my God, people. They're schooling out there, they're schooling. Uh-oh, guys. Wait a minute. I got too many rods in the water. Last time I did this, it was a disaster. Let me get this other rod out of here. But that, I don't know if anybody remembers, but when I cast 2 rods in the water before, I actually lost one because a fish came up and grabbed my bait and took off with my rod, my reel, my bait, and everything was gone. Oh my goodness. All right, let me just relax for a second and hop back in the chat. Kevin Two Fishes says greater than 3, greater than 3. All right, Playita says, all right, you send the email. Nobody really says, how can I apply for the next time you go live to become a moderator? I do not take applications for moderation. It's just a gut feeling that I go with. JR says, are you fishing trips available with Mr. MoneyBass? You know, I have not started doing that, but you know, I don't offer any type of guide services. I do have people that I've taken out to help them with their electronics, as far as getting all your electronics and stuff like that set up and just showing you how to use them. So I'll probably just send me a message in my just send me an email and then I can reply back to that. It's moneybass404@gmail.com. And we could talk about it, see if we can work something out. All right, let's see. What else do we have? Von Doe says, okay, now this is the play. M4 Fishing says India. That is right. We have several people tuning in from India. All right, let's see. What else we have? Casting that close to your own line takes some cojones. Oh, yeah, you know, I live on the wild side sometimes. Jane says, one day, one of them big's gonna pick up that worm off the bottom. Oh, yeah, that already happened to me. It wasn't a worm, but it took my my swim bait. Does anybody remember that? Jane says, stole your rod from you. Oh, yeah, that has happened. It happened live on camera. All right, so we're almost at 140. We're about to weigh Slim Thick in just a minute. As soon as I see that people want to go ahead and get those likes up. All right, JR says from Chicago, good deal. Clint Perry says, I saw it. Oh, yeah, so Clint Perry was watching. All right, Blaze says, I remember you. Oh, yeah, I lost my whole rod, reel, and everything. Everything? Everything. They took it all. All right, so somebody was asking about the story of Tank earlier. The story of Tank. So let's talk about it, guys. The story of Tank. If you were watching the live, it's probably been about a month or so ago, probably. That's what my guess is. But you guys know I'm not good at knowing days of the week or time of day for that case. But I would guess and say it was about a good month ago. Who remembers who Tank is and why he is famous on this channel? It wasn't a good thing, but who remembers Tank? Put Tank in the chat if you remember Tank. Put Tank in the chat. And we're about to talk about the story of Tank while we're waiting for you guys to get a few more likes. And once you get those few more likes, then we're going to do this thing called Bass for Cash, where somebody could win $50 now. It is currently up to $50 that somebody could win. $50, guys. All right, let's see. All right, I see nobody really says me. Remembers Tank. Blaze says, I remember Tank. Bill Meek says, Tank skipped out on a $25 bet. That is correct. Nobody really says, remember just seeing him in the chat. That is right. He came back, actually. Everybody was surprised. Clint Perry says, I miss Tank. All right, so we're going to talk about it. Tom Meek says Tank ducked out. I remember. Drew says you could do a once or twice a year giveaway, a buddy fishing day with MoneyBass. All right, we might make it happen. Membership does have its privileges, guys. Members of the Money Team, they do have special privileges. All right, Playitas Fence says, Alexandria, I've sent an email, but we are based out of Gwinnett County and service all of Atlanta. Oh, my goodness. Isn't that a coincidence? Gwinnett County, huh? All right, so what other countries, guys? I'm looking for some countries just so people know. What countries are people from that you have seen in the chat that has been kind of surprising? I saw somebody say India. I know you guys remember Poland and Switzerland. What's going on? We have John Joe. John Joe is back in the chat. John Joe is kind of famous too. Do you remember? John Joe said, no, he can't. Oh, Finland. Shout out to Finland. Finland was in the chat too. All right, so the story of the story of Tank, guys. We still haven't hit the 140 mark. All right, so the story of Tank. So basically, as we do these Bass for Cash things, I generally will come out here. I'm always planning on coming out here for just a few hours, maybe like 2 hours or so, right? So at some point, I will have the chat give me a countdown. All right, let's see. So I will have the chat give me a countdown. We may be like 30 minutes or 15 minutes or something like that before I go ahead and take off and leave for the day. So I believe that day, you guys gave me a 15-minute countdown and said, and this was kind of when people weren't really knowing who your partner MoneyBass really was and what I was doing out here on the lake. So there were some people in the chat saying, no, he can't catch the fish in 15 minutes and blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. So then I was like, okay, well, say less. So I pack up and I run to a spot and I'm like, okay, we're going to see if we can go ahead and make it happen, chat. So we can do this thing called Bass for Cash. And then I think there was it 5 minutes left, guys? I think there were 5 minutes left. And then somebody that had been in the chat by the name of Tank, they said, I'll give you $25 if you can catch a fish within these 5 minutes. So I was like, how much? So I was like, hold on, chat. So I put down the rod I was using and I picked up another one. And I was like, well, let's just change this worm color real quick. So I changed the worm color and I dropped the bait down. And within 2 minutes, there was a fish on the line. And everybody was like, oh my goodness, MoneyBass did it. We can't believe it. So Tank, we go ahead and do the guessing game. And actually, does anybody remember this part? Tank actually guessed the correct weight of the fish. He won he won Bass for Cash. But at that time, I think the payout was either $5 or $10 because the pot started over. So he had won the either $5 or $10, but the problem is that he owes your partner MoneyBass $25. We never heard from Tank again. Tank disappeared. He disappeared and didn't pay up. So that is how everybody remembers Tank. And then maybe like 3 or 4 days later, when we're doing another Bass for Cash, Tank shows up in the chat and the chat was all over Tank. They were like, hey, buddy, where's that money? You better pay up and this and that. It's like if this was an in-person situation, they would have had Tank jacked up by his by his collar. Like, hey, man, where's MoneyBass's money? So it was so funny because they were letting Tank have it. Every time he would put a comment, they'd be like, yeah, but what's up with that $25? But yeah, when you gonna send that 25? The Tank was like, well, I get paid on Thursday. And then somebody said, you got paid last week when you made the bet, so you need to go ahead and pay up. And I was like, oh my goodness, Tank, it ain't safe. It is not safe for Tank in the chat. John Joe said Tank needs to pay. Oh yeah, Tank did not think I was gonna catch that fish, but now a lot of guys and gals in the chat, they know that whenever we do these last time limit things, I'll run around real quick, and a lot of times I'll make it happen. So that is the story of Tank. So Tank actually came back again. They were letting Tank have it. And Tank was like, yeah, you know, I'm down bad, guys. You know, I really don't have any money. Can somebody actually give me some money? So then Tank actually started trying to put his Cash App in the chat. And the chat was like, get that Cash App out of here. Do not put your Cash App in the chat. It was kind of crazy, guys. So that is the story of Tank. The Fish Kid says, Tank don't know that we all know now. Oh, yeah, Tank is famous, but not for the right reasons. All right, let's see. I'm just hopping in here in the chat, seeing what you got. All right, so we're going to pack up. Oh, wait a minute. We hit the 140 mark. That's where we needed to be, right, guys? 140? All right, what does Playita says? Okay, perfect. If you look up Playita's Fence LLC on Google, you'll see our 4.9 rating, 200 to 300 photos of our work, BBB accredited. All right, good deal. The Fish Kid says he's cooked for life. Everybody knows now. Buckets is like, hey man, the story is all good, but how about you open those scales up? All right, guys, we have officially hit the 140 mark. So now there's only one thing left to do. Does anybody know what that one thing that's left to do is? Can anybody guess what this one thing that is left that needs to be done? Does anybody know? Anybody? Somebody? Bill Meek says milk it. Blade says one more again. That's right, one more cast. So let's make one more cast, which is that one right there. And we're gonna slow fish this shaky head back. All right, so let's see. Let's hop back into the chat real quick. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. Nobody really says scales are turning into a gold mine when it hits 140, and we are at 140. And you guys see that? The chat is kind of slim today. We have about a little over 40 people in here. You guys remember when it was like 200 people in here trying to win that money? But Bass for Cash is real. You can ask MA about that. The Fish Kid says he just casted it halfway to California. It's going to be 45 minutes before he reels it in. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. JR says, oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to win some cash for this bass. All right, so we're just shaky heading it. You guys see how I worked that bait right there? Just kind of barely shaking it. Waiting for that little tappy tap. The line will just kind of jump. When the fish comes along, it's like, oh yeah, I like the way that looks. Let me put my mouth on it. I'm like, yeah, let me slow it down for you. Go ahead and put your mouthpiece on it and kapow! As soon as she put her mouth on it, surprise! Just get popped right in the mouthpiece. How about that? All right, Bucket says, is this Slim Thick coming up? Yes, sir. This is Slim Thick that we are about to weigh. Slim Thick is ready. She's like, oh yeah, I'm obese. I'm obese. She's like, I got a gut on me. But the boys still love me. They still love me. Because I might win somebody a $50 bill. Oh my goodness. Think about that, guys. We're just out here hanging out, watching some fish and enjoying the scenery. Checking out a few fish. You guys are seeing some fishing techniques. I'm showing you some tackle and stuff like that. And remember, in the description, I have put discount links. You guys can get this stuff for up to 20% off right now. So you definitely want to click on that link. It'll say, what does it say? Discount products or something like that. So just click on that and take a look around, guys. I just ordered me one of these reels, another one of these reels last night. I'm going to order another one today. because I have two reels that I need to put, two rods that I have reels that I need to put on. One of them I'm gonna set up on 8-pound braid to 6-pound fluorocarbon leader, and I'm gonna throw like little minnow baits on that one. The other one, I'm gonna set it up with a spy bait, but those fish have really started picking up on that spy bait now, so I may change that out to something else. JR Martinez says, any bait casters? Yes, sir. There they go right there. Take a look. So here's my bait casters right here. I have a top water bait, well, this is a wake bait, swim bait on here, and then this is a top water gunfish that I throw on that. And I have bone on there for those overcast days. All right, so let's see. All right, guys, I got hung up on that cast. So now we'll go ahead and get this official Slim Thick. We will bring Slim Thick to the scales. See if anybody wants to win this $50 bill. Now remember, membership does have its privileges. Want to give a big shout out to the members of the Money Team. Those are the members of the channel, guys. If you like this content and you want to support this channel, consider becoming a member. It is not that much. It is only, I think it's like $5 a month. But this is the thing. Like I have been telling you guys, the channel is growing and it's growing fast. We are over 13,000 strong now, guys. And we were just around 11,000 just, what, about a month or so ago. So the channel is growing fast. So the membership for the Money Team, for those that have already become a member, you will be grandfathered in at the current rate. But anybody that attempts to come in later, once that price goes up, that price stays up. So if you are considering becoming a member of the channel, then you might want to go ahead and do it now. We're about to do this thing we call Bass for Cash. Now we have, let's go in here and check on her. Do you see her? Look at her, she's just flapping, but she's a biggin. She's like, oh yeah, I'm fat. Look at my tail. She's like, oh yeah, Sir Mix-a-Lot loves me. Why would Sir Mix-a-Lot love Slim Thick? Does anybody in the chat know why Sir Mix-a-Lot would love Slim Thick? Why would Sir Mix-a-Lot? This is a trivia question for you guys. Why would Sir Mix-a-Lot love Slim Thick? Living Out Loud says, how long have you been fishing professionally? I don't even know. Would you guys in the chat consider me a professional fisherman? What do you guys think? All right, I'm checking the chat real quick, guys. Why does Sir Mix-a-Lot? Steve Wimpy says, baby got back. Oh, yeah. Slim Thick, she got back on it. Look at that tail. Do you guys see that tail? Can you see the tail? She's like, oh, yeah, all the boys love me. All the boys love her. Look at her. She's like, oh, yeah, look at me. She was like, I'm thick. I'm a thicky thick. Oh, my goodness, guys. You know what? We're about to close out by seeing if anybody is going to guess the weight. All right, so if you could officially open the scales. M4 Fishing says, Money, what did you catch her on? What bait? You already know what bait. If you guess it, I know you will guess it on your first guess. All of these came off of the same bait. And this is just some of them. We've already put the other ones back. All right, let's go ahead and, are the scales open? We're waiting for the scales to open. Let me go ahead and get Slim Thick out here for you. All right. Scales are officially open. Here we go, guys. This is Slim Thick. This is who we are weighing right now. Now, let me show you guys in contrast to the other one that we weighed. Take a look at the size difference. Now, this is a keeper fish, but look how big Slim Thick is. She's a thickin'. She's thicky thick. Oh, yeah. She got a badunkadunk. Do you see that? Oh, my goodness. Look at the stomach. She's like, I'm fat, and I know it. She's like, I'm a little obese, but I'm self-conscious about my weight, Money Bass. Why you gonna put me up in front of everybody like this? Oh, yeah, she's a biggin'. She's a biggin'. The scales are officially open. Make sure you guys are putting your guesses in the chat. Do you see that? Oh my goodness. Now make sure you put one guess in the chat. You must be subscribed to the channel. This is your chance to win a $25 payout, guys. Now the members of the money team, you know, it's kind of double that. Membership does have its privileges, guys. All right, do you see her? She's a good one. She's a good one. Now I'm just waiting for the scales to close. And this will be the final weigh-in for the day. Now I've given you guys a good number of chances today. And only one person wanted that money. MB says, oh yeah, I'll take those funds. I'll take it. MB said, I'm down for the cause. Give me a $20 bill. Pierre, we are weighing Slim Thick right now. So make sure you put your weight in the chat. I just showed Slim Thick to everybody again. We're about to make it happen. I want to see if anybody is going to guess the weight and win. All right, the scales are officially closed. The scales are officially closed. Uh-oh, Clint Perry says, uh-oh, I think I owe you some money. Clint Perry says, I think it's more than 2.85. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, guys, so we're about to get the weight on this one. But before we do, I think everybody knows what's about to happen. But if you want, you can put it in the chat. Who knows what's about to happen? Who knows what is about to happen? The scales are officially closed. So all I have to do is put that fish on the scale now. Bucket says, so is everything else playing for $25? That is correct. All you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, and you had to put the correct weight, the exact weight in the chat when those scales were open before they were closed, and you will win $25. All right? $25. And you just have to make sure you're subscribed. It does not cost anything to participate because subscribing is free. So keep that in mind. All you have to do is support the channel, and that is it. All right, so we're going to make this one more cast. All right, so you guys heard the story of Tank. So we got one more cast going on. All right, nobody really says, you owe us one more cast. There's 150 likes. Big shout out to everybody for hitting that like button. Really appreciate it. All right, so here we go. Here we go, guys. Living Out Loud, the podcast. If everybody could, put LOL in the chat. I think Living Out Loud is the current sponsor of the live stream. Hit the channel with the $19.99 super chat. Really, really appreciate that. She says, you are about to long stroke us some more. She said, you're about to long stroke with that shaky head. We heard about you, MoneyBass. You got the long stroke. Bucket says, I need me 25 bucks right now. I'm broke as a joke. Uh-oh, Buckets is ready. He's ready for the weigh-in. Nobody really says, thanks for supporting us, chat. Oh, yeah, really appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you guys put LOL in the chat, the current sponsor of today's live stream, because remember, this channel is supported by you guys, the viewers, the subscribers, the members of the money team, and people that just stop through every once in a while to say, hey, is this Bass for Cash thing real? Is it real? And I think enough people know now that it is a real thing. You guys need to reach out to your friends and family and let them know all they have to do while they're sitting at work, sitting at home, sitting in a hospital, waiting in traffic or whatever. Just listen in. Guess the weight of this fish and they can make 25. Well, somebody won $150 2 weeks ago. So they can win money. All you have to do is just sit here and pay attention and participate, and that's it. JR says, I've enjoyed your stream, MoneyBass. Can't wait for the next and to see catch Slim Thick. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Members of the money team get to name those fish, guys, as we catch them. So that's what that's all about. All right, so here we go. We're about to make it official, guys. We are about to make it official. All right, who is ready? Put SWAT Lawn Operations in the chat. SWAT Lawn Operations, and also Playitas. And then we had another $5 come in. Man, guys, I've been doing so much, I'm losing track. Who put in the other $5? So we had a $5 donation. We had a $20 donation. So the payout is up to $50 right now. Everybody has put their guesses in. They are locked in. So let's see who is about to win some cash for this bass. Now, this is a big one. This is a big one. Look at her. Look at her. She's like, I'm huge. She's like, I got a fatty fat stomach. Oh, yeah. She is nice and large. All right, so the scales were open and the scales have been closed. Now, your partner money bass, I'm going to guess and say this fish is about a 3-2-3. I'm going to say a 3-2-3, guys. I don't know how close I'm going to be, but that is going to be my guess, a 3-2-3. I could be way off, guys. She could be more than that. All right, here we go. We're officially zeroed out. Everybody has made their guesses. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Oh, is your partner money bass so close? 319. 319 for a slim thick. Did anybody walk away with some cash? 319. She is a 319er. She's a biggin. Look at her stomach. She's like, oh yeah, I'm fat. I'm fatty fat. 319, guys. 319 could have just walked away with $50. And I'm going to be looking in the chat. Is there an official winner? 319. Going once, going twice. Is anybody going to do it? And while we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and release her and let her go. Oh my God, is Bass for Cash a real thing? Yes, sir, it sure is. Somebody won $150. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel and participate in the next live stream. Come and get this cash for bass. There she goes. That is slim thick. Now, what I'm doing for anybody who does not know, I'm creating content for my channel. This is the way that I record those shorts that you guys will see. Oh yeah, the bendation is real. Just like Bass for Cash and just like hat and hoodie season. Make sure you click that product link. Go back and tell your partners that you were hanging out with Money Bass. All right, there we go. All right, so we got one more short that we're gonna do, guys. So these are gonna be short clips. Whenever you see these, make sure you guys, man, the other one's hiding from me. All right, make sure you guys leave comments whenever you see the additional. Oh my goodness, shout out to Clint Perry. Clint Perry says, hey, I'm a man of my word. I said if that fish was, if he got a 2.5, 2.85 or better, I'd hit him in the mouthpiece with a $5 bill. And you know when your partner Money Bass hears that he can get hit in the mouthpiece with a $5 bill, I'm gonna take it. All right, so we're gonna do one more. We're gonna do one more short, guys. Oh, can you catch a fish barehanded? If you can't catch the fish barehanded, maybe you can catch some of this cash with Bass for Cash. All right, there we go. 3 more pieces of content. All I got to do is clip those out. If any of you guys are thinking about starting a YouTube channel, somebody was asking me if I would, start some type of mastermind or something like that to help other people get their channels and things like that rolling. I'm considering it. If somebody's interested in something like that, make sure you send me an email or just contact me some type of way. And if I get enough responses on it, then I may make that happen for you guys. All right. All right. Want to give a big shout out to, guess who? Nobody, because there are no official winners. No official winners, guys. Oh my goodness. No official winners. Dang, ain't nobody want that money. Talk to them, buckets. 3.9 is a $5 fish. Shout out to Clint Perry. Really, really appreciate that. Matico says, I just got a 7-pound bass an hour ago. Thumbs up to that. Everybody put Matt in the chat. All right, let's see. Blaze says, woo, nobody won. All right, let's see. Let's see what else you guys are talking about in the chat. Nobody really says, can't touch this. All right, there we go, guys. All right, it has been a great day out here on the lake. I mean, I think I stayed out here a little longer than I was supposed to, a little longer than expected. But let's go ahead and head out, guys. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Please make sure you have hit that subscribe button if you have not subscribed, and share this channel. We are growing. We are over 13,000 strong, guys. So the channel is growing. We'll probably be back out here tomorrow. So remember, the pot is now $50. It may grow tomorrow. All right. So make sure you guys come back again. Really appreciate it, everybody. I will see you guys on the next live stream.